Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is there. And if you're watching me here live on my live stream, then take a look in the chat list. There you will see my credentials, my client testimonials, as well as information or the link that's going to lead you to more information about myself. Today, I just got out of doing a free live reading, and I definitely wanted to take some time to give those of you who are interested in asking a personal question and who would like a reading. Now, of course, these super chats are not free. They are 15 USD dollars, US dollars. And I'm saying that because there are many of you who watch me from different locations. So it is a $15 USD reading, and you ask me the question. You pose the question, and I channel the messages here for you. Now, the question needs to be in an open-ended format, so that you can gain more information and access to whatever that may be. Now, I do not answer pregnancy questions. I do not ask about passing away or things like that. There's certain things I do not channel messages for, but the majority of the things, really you could take a look at the example questions there, and that will give you a great range here on how you can formulate your question. Okay, so no worries about that. And if you don't know how to kind of maneuver that, no worries. Just again, do now. What I've noticed, though, when I do the $15 readings, USD readings, is that people do like a $10 and then $5, which is fine because I think there's something about not having a $15 option, but that's perfectly fine. You can do it in those two steps as well. So no worries about that. But if you are interested in receiving a guided reading, then feel free to take part by making sure that you have your super chat. And of course, your super chat is going to need to have the question that you are asking, obviously. So you ask me and I answer your questions. I have like literally, well, not all of my decks, but let's say the half of my decks, which I think I have about 50 or 70 decks in general. So I have a majority here that can definitely bring insight to whichever question that you may have, whether it's in career, whether it's in love, whether it's spiritual journey. I'll unfold that message for you. Now, usually the messages may range about maybe like 10-15 minutes or something like that, but you're going to get a lot of details. And especially if you've taken part in my 5-minute readings, then you know that you will get you will have a lot of detail, okay, that comes through. As a reminder, as per usual, want to remind you that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's get down to it here. Let's see who's here, who would like to take part. And hello, Monica. How are you? Says, hi, dear Alex. I'm going to family constellation tonight. I'm actually wondering what should I work on. I was thinking either love or any pattern from my feminine lineage. Can I ask? Of course, just use the example questions above. That's gonna help you. Okay. Yeah, you can ask what do you feel that what you feel you should work on? Sure. Hello, Eli. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, Monica, you can what would my guides think? Okay, yeah. You could ask like what my guides, feel I should work on. Okay? So that's fine. Yeah. Okay, no worries. We can do that. We can fine tune it as well. So no worries. So for sure. Okay, awesome. All right. So once you do the 15 USD US dollar super chat, then I'll be more than happy to start your reading. Okay, my love. All right, great question. I'll start kind of, figuring out which decks I'm going to use. All right. And then once we do that, we can start. I want to say hello to Eli. Hello, Eli. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing, my dear? Hopefully you're doing well. All right, so we can take a look at, let's take a look at what you should be working on. And I want to do this. And I want to give me 1 second. Yeah, this one. I want to take a look at this one. There are going to be several ones that I'm going to be reaching for, but just give me a second. Let me. All right. Thank you so much, Monica, for your super. All right. Let's see. And I want to give more clarity with these and with this. Okay. So there's more coming through, more decks, but we're going to start with these. Okay. I told you guys I have a whole bunch here. Oh, okay. Oh, 1717. Interesting. That's a really interesting, beautiful combination there. Talk about validation confirmation there. You have an angel number there. All right, let's take a look here, Monica. All right, so let's take a look here. What do my guides feel I should work on tonight? Family constellation. All right, so let's see here what they feel that you should work on. Okay, multiple things. We'll look at multiple things here. Okay, whatever comes through. What should? Oh, interesting. Look at that. Strange Valentine. Love is strange. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at another one. All right. That's already telling me. Oh, something flipped over here. Hold on. Something flipped over. Ooh, very, very interesting. All right, let's begin. And of course, we're going to add more to this reading. But let's start here with what we have. Now, there are two cards here. I don't know what the second card is. So I love it when it happens that way, because we'll see and get more validation confirmation as I'm channeling the messages if what's behind it is giving again more clarity to what I'm feeling here. Okay, so number one, you have love is strange. Now, love is strange is not really about love, it's about the energy that at times you may feel awkward, or you may feel like there's something about you that's either unique, that's different. Maybe it's your perspective, maybe it's your viewpoint, maybe there's a little bit here of apprehension of allowing yourself to stand in your power. Okay, maybe it's like you come across, or you may be a little bit kind of like, you're shielding your energy a little bit. And I feel what your guides are saying here in regards to what you should be working on tonight is working on your confidence, working on your ability to let go of any preconceived ideas, or worrying about how other people see you, or worrying about what people think of you, or doubting yourself in regards to maybe you want to say something, but then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Who wants to hear what I have to say? Or, I just don't feel comfortable. for example, and I'm not saying that you're going to be leading a group, but let's say I don't feel comfortable sharing this experience, with someone because maybe someone's going to think X, Y, and Z about me. So having these preconceived notions or having these thoughts already or assumptions that may be completely different and wrong, right? They're wrong in the sense of like maybe people are not looking at you in that way. This could be people not even seeing you in that light. They may be seeing you as someone who's very positive, and here you are assuming, because there may be here a little bit of doubt or a little bit of feeling a little lackluster in something, or not feeling like you're enough in something, or you're too this or you're not enough about that. Again, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs. It's coming across like maybe even imposter syndrome, like you have the ability to really push forward in something or move towards something or say something or connect with someone here, but you are in a way limiting yourself because you're getting too caught up in what you think other people, what you're assuming other people may think, feel, or say. And it may be very different than what the reality is. So there is this sense of, working on your center, your stability. See, when you know what you know and you're confident, and I'm not talking about being egotistical or self-centered. That's not what we're talking about. That's actually, not healthy confidence. But when we're talking about healthy confidence, it means I know what I bring to the table, whatever table that I'm going to sit on, or sit at, I should say. Whatever table I'm going to sit at, I know what I bring. And I'm confident in that. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting at a table that has to do with my career. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting at a table that is connected to my love life. It doesn't matter if it's a table that is connected to fill in the blank or whatever that may be. It's you knowing that your uniqueness is actually a superpower, that your ability to see something in a different way, to feel something in a different way, okay, to be an empath, to be intuitive, um, to be able to connect with an environment or people is unique. And that uniqueness is valuable, okay? And not to feel less than or feel like you need to not share it. Of course, sharing it with the right people in the right environment, that's important, but I mean, you feel confident about it. So this is coming across as working on that energy that allows you to get out of that self-sabotaging thought, limited belief, or very closed mindset here, or feeling not enough, or imposter syndrome. Let's take a look at what else needs to be worked on tonight in the event that you're going to be taking part. Now, as I was shuffling, I don't know if this fell out of the deck. I know this definitely fell out of the deck. Dress of Alchemy. Now, I don't want to touch because I don't want to see the one behind it. There are actually two cards. But sure enough, exactly what I was channeling a little while ago is exactly what's coming through here. This is talking about release your power. Okay. So, what do you need, or what you should be working on tonight in this event is you tapping in to your power, standing firm in your belief that, yes, you are powerful, you are confident. Again, not in an egotistical, self centered way, but in a way that you are very self assured. And you would listen, you wouldn't believe this, but people feel that energy. Okay. People know when someone is walking into the room and they don't have to say something, but their charisma, their confidence, their energy, the way they walk, the way they carry themselves, it's with this sense of assurance. It's like, I know, like, I know I'm amazing. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm confident. And just being open or releasing that energy, because this is coming across as that you have this beautiful energy and potential inside of you. It's you really harnessing this energy and believing in showing it, and not in a showy way, but in a belief type of way, in the way you're carrying yourself, in the way that you say what you say, in the way that you hold your space, the way you command respect, not demand, but command respect by the way you are talking to others, by the way you are, um, having a conversation with other people, the way that you are connecting with your inner power. Um, and that's the energy that I'm getting here. And that's going to be very important for you, because it's going to help you in so many areas. And it's interesting because sometimes we feel very confident and very powerful in some areas in our lives, and we don't in other areas in your life, right? In our lives. And this is talking about the more that you work with your self-confidence, the more do those daily affirmations in which you are really connecting to your inner power. You're believing in yourself. You do your mantras, or you do your manifestations, or you have your vision board. I am confident. I stand in my power. I am a firm believer in my own abilities. I am limitless. Like, the more you say these affirmations at the top of your morning, and the more that when you fall into your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, or you feel that you're losing that spark or that drive or that inspiration, you go back to those affirmations and you say them to yourself. So you recalibrate your energy, because it's what you believe. If you believe you are confident, you are powerful, and you are amazing, you're going to generate that energy. You don't need to say it. It's going to come through, in the things that you do and in the way that you express yourself. It's like right now, let's just pretend, right? Let's just pretend, and just to give you another example. And then, of course, I have more cards here for you. But, and there's another one right behind this one. So I'm very interested in seeing what that is. But it's like, if I were to do, let's just say I were to do a reading, right? And I'm like, um, well, I I think maybe, you should, I don't know, believe in yourself, I guess. Um, am I coming across as a person who's confident? Heck no. I'm not even coming across as a person that you should believe what's coming out of my mouth, because you can feel that I'm not, believing in what I am saying. You could feel it. That's the same thing that I'm getting here. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome, my dear. This is the same energy that I'm getting here. It's like you need to really connect with that inner power. Okay. Let's see what other message. Ooh, look at this. This is why I said I don't want to look at it until. Look at this, what it says. It says, it says, Fairy of the Highland. It's time to be brave. It's time for you to connect with your fire. Okay? It's time for you to get out of your self doubt, your apprehension, your uncertainty. And you may say, well, I don't feel that I am. There's something here about your energy, perhaps sending that message to other people. So whether it's that you teeter, like you start off confident and then it dwindles as maybe the day goes by, or it dwindles as things happen, you start kind of losing that firm standing within yourself, that standing in your power energy, whatever it may be. This is what your guides are saying that you should be focusing on and working on. Okay. So really work on that energy. Okay. This could also be, it's interesting because I'm getting here, and it's very interesting because um, I did a workshop, a professional development, I should say, um, for, developed individuals in their six senses. And it's amazing how, I mean, this could also be, you could be an empath here. You could be picking up other people's energy also. And if so, you should have a black tourmaline in your pocket. Okay, because then you're feeling other people's emotions, other people's energy, and then you're holding on to that thinking that it's yours. But you'd be amazed at how much you're able to really connect with other people's energy here. And I was doing an activity, I remember, in those, in that professional development here. And, it really kind of like, I was like, wow, even the color of things, even the colors that you choose to wear. Hello, Gustavo. Thank you so much for your super. Just so you know that this is a $15 super, only because you can ask me anything that you want as long as it's an open-ended question, my love, okay? So just giving you a heads up on that. But thank you so much for the first half, okay? So this is a $15 super, okay, my love? Thank you so much, my dear. Don't forget to add the question, okay? So I'm in the middle of Monica's reading, but as soon as I finish, I'm going to jump to yours. So take a look at the example questions. And again, you can ask me anything that you would like using those examples. Okay, my love? All right, so let's take a look here. What else your guides want you to know? Yeah, I agree here, Monica. By the way, I just saw that. This is true. I want to reclaim my inner power. Yes, it's reclaiming your power. And, what's funny is that your guides are saying here, listen, you have it in you. It's not like you don't have it. You have it, but it's bottled up. It's like you're confining it. You're repressing it. You're suppressing it. And your guides are saying, no, 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 release it, connect with it and release it. Wow, look at that. The serpent, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs. Sometimes you feel like you are connecting with your power, and then you self-sabotage yourself in some way, shape, or form. This is the sly, subtle ways your mind plays tricks on you. The subtle ways that you start. Remember that I said that I feel like you start off really good and then it's like, it just dies down as time goes by. That's how this is saying. There's a sly, subtle way that you start really strong. You start at 100%, but then something happens and then you drop to 90, and then something else may happen within you or your mind, and then you go down to 70, and then it just dwindles little and little at a time. So here with this serpent, it says a sly and subtle approach. Yeah, there may be here this approach again, like it dwindles over time, like the sense of like starting strong but not keeping or sustaining that energy or that confidence or the trajectory of that disciplined action in order for you to continue to generate and to sustain that momentum of confidence within you. Okay. Hand of fate, the forces beyond your control intervene. It's as if the universe is saying here, and by the way, this is very interesting because it's very much connected here to what you're doing tonight. Look at that hand. Let me see. What is it that you wrote? You wrote something about constellations or something here, a group here. Look at what's here. This is like the mapping of astrology. This is the mapping of like placements. It's important for you to understand. I'm getting here two things. I'm getting something here having to do with astrology. So you working on, I don't know if that's something you could work on tonight, but you should know your placements on your astrological natal chart, the ones that you know. By the way, I do have that Cafe Astrology free site. Use it. If you don't know your exact date of, oh, I'm sorry, if you don't know the exact time that you were born, then it's fine. Just use the other portion of it, because I would rather a person only use the time portion if they're 100% sure. If you're not 100% sure what time you were born, then you shouldn't be using that feature. You could use the rest of the features, and then it tells you a lot of information. There's something here about you. What you need to work on is take a close look at certain placements on your astrological natal chart, because that could have some type of blueprint here on how to manage some type of energies here. Like some placements may be talking about why is it that you find it difficult to find a sustainable pattern or a sustainable routine in order to tap into your energy. The hands of fate. This was destined. There's always a reason why everything happens. And one of the reasons here that maybe I ended up coming up at a time where, number one, you didn't know I was coming on, because this was a spur of the moment here. It was fated. There's a reason why things happen, and there may be something more coming through here in regards to your messages. What else you need to work on? Okay, stability and consistency. You have palm tree. Okay, very much of what I said before. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. You have here palm tree. Now palm tree is number one in places where it's warm, where there's a lot of sun. Sun is usually connected to the vital source. It's also connected to happiness. It's connected to success. But sun energy is also connected to personal growth. Sun is also the ruler of Leo. And Leo, okay, is a sign that in a way dominates that self-confidence energy. Okay, the king of the jungle. So again, validation confirmation here, talking about you needing to connect and to work on that self-confidence that comes naturally to a Leo. There could also be here some Leo placement somewhere in your astrological natal chart. Your midheaven is a really good spot there to take a look in your astrological chart to focus on what it is your kind of like your good luck, stroke of good luck type of energy, and that comes in handy. Okay, so there you go. Let's see what else is coming through. I have 3 more decks for you, and then I'm going to jump into Gustavo's reading. Gustavo, I just have 3 more decks, and then we're going to jump into your reading. Okay, Gustavo, thank you so much for your patience. Let's see what else is coming through for you here, Monica. What else do you need to work on tonight? Okay. All right. So here you go. Learning how to create strong, healthy boundaries. All right. Even with yourself. If there's a moment that you see that you slip into old patterns of behavior or old mindset or old habits, it's important that you pivot from that energy. Like you need to have a plan for yourself, right? You need to say, you know what? I am going to be consistent. Like I said here with the palm tree. And by the way, I said that here before as well. I need to create a sense of discipline to consistently do fill in the blank, whatever that is that you need to focus on. And I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to create a plan of when I see myself losing steam, okay, where I'm losing that, holding on to that inner confidence and power, I am going to do this, and this in order to reclaim my power. So there's something here about you having a very strategic way. Like, it's just like, when you want to grow a business, grow a project, maybe something in your career. Maybe in your career, you're very focused in this way. And this is talking about applying it in many areas. Okay. So there's a sense here of like trying to avoid pivoting away, or trying to avoid turning a blind eye, or trying to avoid when you are getting constructive criticism, instead of shutting off someone's suggestion, or shutting off, or being defensive and say, well, no, no, but, or finding excuses. Really listen to the message that you're getting and saying to yourself, you know what? Maybe I do that without even knowing, without even realizing. So now I know that I need to structure healthier boundaries, or I need to have a set plan. So when I move into this energy that I feel that I'm losing steam, that I'm losing my confidence, what I need to do in order to pivot back into that power. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through for you. All right. What else do you need to work on here tonight? There's a lot of beautiful energy coming through here. I'm telling you, it's like your guides are like, you have this amazing power. Continue to create sustainable patterns and discipline here in order to really keep going. There's something here. Be brave, be courageous, and sustain that. Again, you fall 9 times, it's okay. Get up on the 10th. Look at that. By the way, this deck, this is the only, out of the whole entire deck, this is the only card in this deck, okay, that poses the question to the client or to the person that's getting a reading. It says, what do you need to release? So your guides are saying what you should work on is answering this question today. Sit down after this reading and do some self-reflection. Do some more soul searching. And the question to you is, what do I need to do? What does it says? What do you need to release? So what has been stagnant? This is a snowstorm, a snow scene. Okay. So what are you being super resistant on? Whether you realize it or not, what is it that is super difficult for you to create a sense of discipline or action consistently here in something? Because whatever that is, that's what you need to release. Is it fear? Is it fear of success? Is it fear of failure? Is it, a people pleasing type of energy that you're holding on to very tightly? That's not allowing you to, people pleasing is a trauma response. Remember that. It may seem really nice and good, but when it's not really working to your advantage, when you are just giving to others and not allowing yourself, to give to yourself, that's it. Do you usually get, and this is another question, what do you need to release? Do you always get very happy when something, is happening, and then you add a lot of assumptions and a lot of, fantasy to it? So do you start, imagining too much in something and not planting your feet into reality? Right? What is it that you need to release? So this is the sense of reflection. Okay. The last 2 decks here, it's this one and the other one, and then Gustavo, you are up next, my love. All right. What advice do we have here for you? So very, very beautiful reading here for you, Monica. And your guides want you to work on the following. Redirection. Sounds familiar. It's like the whole reading was talking about that. It says here, you are being called to skillfully direct your attention. Okay? And also to redirect other people's attention. Remember that I said that at the top of the reading. It's how you're walking into a room. It's what you're saying. It's the energy that you're evoking from other, that you're radiating and that people are getting from you. It's that message that doesn't need any words. It's all about energy. It says here, but to achieve goal. Oh, interesting. You're being called to skillfully direct others' attention, not to manipulate, but to achieve goals in reality with precise words and logic. Remember that I just said, if you are the type of person that the moment that you start seeing something positive, you start going like at 1,000 and you start getting into the bubble of the illusion of something, not the reality of something here. This is what this is talking about. With precise words and logic, focus attention toward positions that benefit you. There you go. People pleasing. Okay, you gotta look at things and say, does this benefit me? And not in a selfish way, but in a place where you're placing yourself first. Last message for you. Gustavo, you are up next. Give me 2 more minutes and we're done here with Monica. Monica, I hope that this is resonating for you. Take a listen again to this reading so that everything could connect now that you've done the first overall, experience with the reading. Before you answer that question, what do I need to release? Watch the reading again. There may be some, golden nuggets you may have missed the first time. What mindset you need to be in, okay, in order for you to move forward and create sustainable gains here about you standing firm in your power. I am able to create positive changes in my life. Look at that. Validation confirmation. Your belief that without doubting yourself in any way, shape, or form, you truly believing your heart, soul, and energy that you are able to create positive changes in your life. This may be a very good mantra or daily affirmation for you. Okay, so look at that. Pay attention to that. Go back on it. Write it down. This is a wonderful manifestation. And along with this question here, listen to this. There's a question here in the back. It said, what recent change has made a positive difference in my life? What did I learn from it? And how can you keep it moving? Okay, so there you go. All right. So, Monica, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe. Thank you again, Monica, for your super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Up next, we have Gustavo. Gustavo is up next. Thank you so much, Gustavo, also for your super. As I place the messages back in. Thank you, dear Alexa. I'm version on what I will work on. Yes, now you have a vision. Yes, that's important, right? It's like getting to a destination, right? So you have your GPS, right? You know where you're going. That's part one, your goal. Where do you want to land? But before you get to your goal or where you want to land, you need to look at the layout of the land. How am I going to get there? Okay. And this is really giving you a really nice picture of that. All right. So as I place these cards back into the deck, for those of you who have joined me now, welcome. If you would like to take part in this type of reading, please feel free to join now because I will be closing this shortly, okay? So after Gustavo, if I don't have another question coming up, I will be closing this session. These sessions are run very differently than the session that I run for the free reading. And that's because you ask me the question and I will channel the messages for you as long as you have a clear open-ended question where we can unfold what your message may entail. Okay, so please remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. The legal disclaimer is there, as well as important information. All that is in the chat, so please read that. And always remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Now, I have no idea what the question you have here, Gustavo, so I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to bring out some decks for you, okay? Thank you again, Gustavo, for your super. It says, what do I need to know about my future? Okay, so here's the thing, Gustavo. Your just overall future, or is there a specific area? Okay, let me know what you if it's just general, that's fine. We could just do general. What you need to know about your near future. Let's not make it so far out there, because future could be 10 years from now or 5 years from now. We don't want something that far off, right? We want something a little bit nearer. So we're gonna reword that and say, what do you need to know about your near future? And then let's just see what is the theme. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the same thing. Hello, B. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much. Hello, B. Welcome. You will be next. Thank you so much for participating. All right. So, yeah, I think that's a good way to go. Okay, Gustavo, let's take a look at the overall energy, and then we'll see what just happens to unfold here. Okay. So let me grab some decks here, because that's the beauty here about this super chat, right? Where you get the opportunity to ask your question, and then you see me actually in real time pick out the decks that are suitable for your channeling of messages. Okay, so there we go. Near future energy. Okay, I'm getting that one there. Okay. Near future. Okay, I'm going to use this one also. Okay, so I'm going to use these. And then, of course, your advice, because that's going to be important. I'm going to use this one too. All right. This is what happens behind the scenes, intuitive friends. Before I jump and do the readings, the live readings that I do for you, the ones that I do on a weekly basis, sometimes, it takes me a little bit longer than a week. But I had to connect with the decks here to that specific question that we're going to be channeling. The answers, the channeling that's going to take place. All right. Yes, B, I'm doing well. Thank you so much, my love. Okay, so let's take a look here, Gustavo. What does Gustavo need to know about the near future? Okay, let's make it a little bit closer than too far away. Near future. So, interesting. This could be anything. Okay, I'm getting messages already. So this could be looked into two ways, okay? I don't know what's coming through, but I'm just saying. I'm seeing October, November, December. That could be the near future. But also, because we're only about, 90-something days away or something like that, to the beginning of the new year, which is 2026, calendar year. Okay, now we have astrological year, and I'm going to be doing readings for that. But the calendar year begins January 1st, 2026. So I'm being told to say to you this. This could be very much within the next 3 months, meaning as you're wrapping up 2025 it could also be tipping into 2026, or at least the beginning months of 2026. And I'm being shown clairvoyantly like January, February, March of 2026, which is interesting because March would be this Aries energy coming in. So that makes sense why the guides are showing me that clairvoyantly. Okay. So again, this could be between 3 to 6 months. So let's see what comes through for you. Okay. All right, Gustavo. What does Gustavo need to know about the near future? This could be in anything. Overall energy here about the near future. Let's see what's coming through. All right, Gustavo, let's go. You have here, the camel boy, small steps. By the way, you do have the angel number 33. You may be seeing that in the near future, 33. Okay, angel number 33 or multiples of 3. What do I mean by that? I mean like 369, okay? Or 9 through 36 or 639 or, you know, 39, you know, how, or 369 936, you know, that type of pattern here, the number 3. That's coming through for you. And the Shadow Queen. All right, so the messages that are coming here through for you here, Gustavo, potential energy, right? Potential things that may come through here in the near future that you need to know is number 1, there may be something that you may be physically leaving a location. You may be moving to a new town, city, state, country. Okay. Now, that's not the end of the readings. I'm just starting. So that could be one of the energies here that this could be letting you know. In the near future, you may want to leave somewhere. That somewhere could be your place of residence. That somewhere could be your career. That somewhere may be leave old patterns behind. That somewhere could be you may be doing small steps into moving into a new direction, not so much physically moving from one place to another, but moving something along in regards to something that you have been really working towards. Now, the camel is a real, it's an animal that's really resourceful. It can survive and thrive in the most difficult environments, in the most challenging environments. It could live in a desert and collect water on its hump. Okay. So it can generate, this mechanism in its body where it can actually store and be resourceful. So there may be this energy or this opportunity or these opportunities in general in the near future where what you need to know is your ability to pivot into directions that you feel that you want to move towards in regards to your goals. So you're not a plant, okay? You're not a tree. You're not stuck into the ground and you can't move. To say to yourself, you know what? I have the freedom to pivot if I see that where I am moving towards is not yielding the rewards that I want to see, right? So taking into account, like, yes, I'm putting in the effort, I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the focus. And this is talking about what you need to know in the near future is take things into small steps and see in the small step that I am doing in the near future, in this, small step that I am putting my focus, my resource, and my energy, is it yielding results? So give that small step, enough time, not too much time, but enough time for you to see, is it yielding rewards? Is it moving? Because if it's not moving, then this may be saying, okay, maybe I need to tweak something here. Maybe I don't need to throw the whole thing away, but maybe I need to tweak something here to make this momentum or this opportunity grow or move in a certain way. Once you've been able to do the most that you can, then you have to come to the realization of the following. Okay, listen, I've done everything that I can in this specific thing or area, and it's not moving. So, do I need to redirect in another? Do I need to pivot in a new direction? Or do I need to find out more about something? Do I need to acquire more knowledge? Do I have all the information for me to be able to come to a reasonable either conclusion or to come to a reasonable resolution, right? So, what you need to know about your near future is whatever area this may be talking about, it's going to be very important for you to gather information. Okay, again, acquiring knowledge to gain insight, even if you don't know much about whatever this may be talking about. When you are at that or particular topic, when you are in that specific situation, circumstance, or event, and you feel you're not too knowledgeable, then you need to start gaining your resources. You need to start tapping into your tools and your resources, because you need to gain the knowledge, the tools, the resources, the people, the networking, the information, the books, the seminar, the whatever this is. Okay? And to get yourself out of any sense of insecurity or inadequacy that you may feel very quickly here in regards to something, because it may move you out of your comfort zone. Okay, Camel Boy is about getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe something that you choose to get out of your comfort zone, or maybe an opportunity that's going to push you out of your comfort zone, especially if you have any placements on your astrological natal chart focusing on Gemini. Uranus is in Gemini right now. Now it's going to go retrograde back into Taurus, but then it's after it comes out of Taurus for a couple of months, it's going to go back into Gemini, and it's going to completely do really big changes. If you have a Gemini somewhere in your astrological natal chart, or in the house that Gemini rules, take a look at that, because that may be doing a lot of shifts here for you in the near future. Okay. Let's get more information here on what you need to know about the near future. What I'm getting here is the more knowledgeable you are about something that you either may not be clear about or may not see something clearly, or you may think you know a lot of, but there could be even more information that you need to know. The more that you know, whether it's knowledge or the more that you connect to your inner knowing, the less you're going to be able to be manipulated or be gaslit about something. Okay. So here, that's what's coming through in the near future. Let's take a look here at what else, what else you need to know for your near future. Okay. Near future for Gustavo. What else do you need to know here? It's coming across as like strategies that you need to know. Oh, by the way, here in Camel Boy, it says asking for help. Okay. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need to. Now, you might say, listen, I asked for help. It doesn't bother me. I'm good. I'm okay. You know, that isn't a problem. That isn't an issue. And great. That's fine. If you're able to, really ask for help, and, when you need it, that's fine. But some people do have a difficulty asking for help, because when they ask for help, there's a vulnerable side. Remember that I was talking about that insecurity here. Okay. That insecurity. It may show like, oh my God, if I ask for help, it means I can't do something, or that I don't know something. And oh my gosh, what am I going to, what are people going to think? Don't worry about it. If you need help, ask for it. Okay. Now, this could be asking help from people that are experts or gaining more information here. So, asking for help, as in you are looking for tools and resources to gather more knowledge about something. I want to say you had a message recently talking about something like this. So weird. I want to say it was you. I'm not sure, but I want to say that came out. Wow. Look at that. Near future. What do you need to know? What you need to know is that you are the phoenix. You are the phoenix. What do I mean by that? Ace? Oh, okay. Sorry. Ace has just come back from his spa day. It says, the one who rises up, you have the ability, the drive, the confidence to rise from the ashes. So, what you need to know about the near future is that whatever situation, circumstance, or event or challenge may come up, you can rise above it. Okay? You have the opportunity to empower yourself, whether it's empowering yourself through knowledge, whether it's empowering yourself by taking small steps and gradually moving towards something, assessing, taking a look. What do I need to tweak? What do I need to fix? What do I need to resolve? Is it working? Is it yielding rewards? Is it yielding benefits? If it's not, well, what do I need to do? Do I pivot in a new direction? If I do, how am I going to do that? So it's coming across as this kind of like doing things in increments and assessing as you go along. It says here, elevate. So there may be here a situation, circumstance, or event, all right, in the near future that you may be elevating. This could be promotion. This could be elevating your, money-wise. This could be elevating or increasing. It could be expanding something in the near future, whether it's a project, whether it is expanding your knowledge, whether it's expanding your expertise, all right? But whatever this is that is expanding, also your confidence and your belief that this is possible for you to do or to gain access or increase over time. You have here the one who is wild, untamed, wild, mysterious, okay? So this is talking about, maybe situation, circumstance, or events, or a person. Remember that I was talking about here manipulation, especially here with this energy here, because the more you know about something or someone, the less likely that person is going to be able to manipulate facts, numbers, ideas, things. It's going to be difficult to gaslight you. This is coming across as this could be connected to someone. It doesn't have to, but in the near future, just be aware that there may be someone coming across as that type of mysterious energy. Listen to your intuition because you have ravens here, okay? Ravens, symbolically speaking, spiritually speaking, have a lot to do with shaman, intuition. Okay, so this is talking about just paying very close attention to something that doesn't seem clear. If someone is trying to sell you on an idea, but it doesn't seem to have like a foundation, it's missing some facts, it's missing something, and you're kind of feeling kind of, leery about it, pay attention to that because there may be something behind the shadows here. Again, the shadow queen, and very interesting that mysterious here is coming across as clarification for this card. So again, in the near future, just be aware of either someone trying to do something in a backhanded way behind the scenes, someone trying to pull wool over your eyes, okay? And again, this is not fear mongering, it's just allowing you to see that there may be something here that you will need to really take a closer look as time goes by. Okay? All right, let's go to the next deck. All right, let's see what you need to know about the near future. What does Gustavo need to know about the near future? You keep getting this message, this energy here. This energy right here is like, there's something here about elevation. You're going to grow in something. Something's going to grow for you. If you think something is good now, it's going to get better. If you feel like something isn't where it needs to be right now, I'm telling you, there's this energy like something is going to get better with time. All right. So don't feel like, oh, I missed my turn or something is not meant for me. No, there's something here that's coming up in the near future. Look at that. I didn't even cut the deck. It just popped up by itself. And you have here legacy, persistent, or persistence. Okay, persistence is going to be important. Don't, like, again, hello, validation confirmation on that Phoenix. I said it. You are going to rise up, empower, uplift, and elevate in some situation, circumstance, or event. It's not going to happen over time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen over time, small steps. So there's something here of this beautiful energy in the near future that what you need to know is to remain persistent, remain consistent, okay? Connect to that fire in your belly. Connect to that passion, because Phoenix is fire energy. And fashion, I don't know, maybe something in fashion, I don't know. But fire is about passion, drive, focus, and ambition. Okay? So don't allow something to lessen your fire. On the contrary, fuel that fire with persistence. There is something about you building a legacy. So whatever it is that you may be interesting, because I don't know if this is like something that you are wanting to create a project or maybe do something, maybe entrepreneurial here, where you're going to build something, whether it's, a project, a company, a business, maybe something entrepreneur, or you're building your finances, or you're creating a strong stability and security. And it's like there's whatever this is, it's like you're going to build a legacy. Okay, so whether it be that it's something that you could leave to your children or to your children's children, or maybe there is something that you're going to start that maybe in your family no one has done before, but you are achieving those goals. You're meeting those points in your life where like for example, let me give you an example. Okay. Legacy could also be things that people have done in your family. There's like a legacy and that passion, and you're still continuing to drive that passion. And let me explain. So it could come out of two ways. Let's say, on my end, like my mom was a teacher as well, right? She was an educator. She was a teacher, but I'm a professor, so we're both in education, but in a different realm. But my mom achieved like a certain level, right? In being an educator. And I've now taken and seen her foundation, the security that she provided, and I've built on that. So not only am I an educator, but I'm also a published writer. And you see what I'm saying? It's like there's a sense here of building, like taking the hard work of your ancestors, your family, and taking that and then doing more with it here. So there could be here that type of unfolding or that type of elevation and progress that may be happening here. You may be the first person in your family to do X, Y, and Z. Or maybe your family, has a passion, or there have been several people in your family that focus on this specific skill or this specific industry. And it's like you're still continuing focusing on that industry, but with your own twists and, turn there. Okay. So that is also coming across. So it could be a family passion or a family lineage that is being passed on to you. Here with choice, and what's interesting is, again, it's under the shadow queen, and it's under this untamed, wild, mysterious type of energy over here. And this says choice, understanding the consequences. In the near future, you may come to a pivoting point where either one or two things, you may need to choose either between two things, two opportunities, or you're going to maybe be in a position where you're going to need to take a look at, do I want to stay where I am, or do I want to pivot in this direction? But it's like, it's two things. It's either I stay where I am and I continue X, Y, and Z, or I pivot and make this my new path or a new decision. But there's a choice here. Another way that this could be coming up for you in the near future is that there's actually two different options, option A and option B. And you're in the middle. Symbolically, you're in the middle. And you being in the middle is this dragon right here with this face. So you're in the middle, and you may be called to make a decision. Do I do this or do I do that? Do I go here or do I go here? Remember, you also have the camel boy, travel, relocation, movement. So there's something here about pivoting, but making a choice and understanding that however you choose or whatever you choose, there's always a consequence, good and not good, right? So there's always something involved. We always pay a price for the decision that we make. That's why we have free will. So this is saying, don't worry so much about, oh, what are the consequences? But say to yourself, okay, I understand that if I stay in this scenario or in this area and I don't pick this, that the consequence of me staying here is that I'm not doing this. So fine, I feel happy here. Another thing here could be you have two choices and you're like, I don't know which one to choose. And you're looking at the pros and cons in this, and you're looking at the pros and cons in this, and saying to yourself, well, which one of these two do I feel more guided on, rational, analytical, common sense, reality, what makes sense, da 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 da, and then move in that direction, and understanding that whatever you choose, that other option closes itself, because now all the energy is going to be focused on that one selection that you have. Okay. So that may be coming up for you. Let me see something here, because I saw it says, I always wake up at 333. Okay. My family comes from healers, something healers. Hold on. Let's see. B, by the way, I haven't forgotten about you. Come from healers. Okay. So there may be something here. There may be something here about maybe you connecting or reconnecting to that legacy, to that ancestry, having to do with, healers, shaman. Okay. However this may be, there may be a legacy here. Maybe you have a spiritual tattoo, or maybe you've been thinking about spiritual, like a spiritual tattoo or something that symbolizes that legacy, But again, I don't know. Maybe this is a second option here as a career or a life purpose. I don't know in what area this may be for you. Let's take a look at this next deck. And then after this one, I have two more for you. And then we're going to close your reading. But this is coming up. Oh, wait. I wanted to do this one here. All right, let's see here. Give me more about this near future energy for Gustavo here. Based on what look. All right, let's see. I'm only going to take the two that I'm seeing, which is Ram and Moon. Okay, the other two that are behind here, I'm not going to take. But very interesting that I said at the top of the reading here, Gustavo, for you, that I said calendar year. Remember when I said that? I said the calendar year starts in January 1st, 2026. But the astrological new year begins with Aries. And sure enough, you have here the Ram. Now, I'm going to read what this says here in a moment, but I'm getting here that there may be some beautiful changes and these shifts. Remember that I also said at the top of the reading that I was getting between 3 to 6 months. And sure enough, Aries season would be the 6-month ending or towards that 6-month timeline. Ram, Aries, okay? Fire energy again, like I was telling you about this Phoenix here. So the Ram here is saying there could be something coming up in the near future during Aries season. Some things here that I've channeled already, you may be seeing it during Aries season, whether it's during Aries season or approaching Aries season or a little bit after Aries season. So I want to say that. Now I could read the rest of the card. It says a stubborn, aggressive person. This makes a lot of sense here. Remember that I've been saying here, there's something a little bit hazy here with the Shadow Queen and this mysterious thing here. Okay? There may be someone who may be challenging your fill in the blank. This could be anything. They could be challenging how much you know something. They could be challenging your expertise. They could be challenging, your opinion. They can be whatever this may be. Remember that I said it's going to be super important for you to be able to feel very secure about your knowledge in something, your ability to know when someone is BSing you and know when someone is gaslighting you. Because you have here acquire knowledge. There may be here some type of illumination, okay, that you may be getting in the near future. It's going to be important because it's going to clear something that may come across as not sure or hazy. And I feel here that these ravens are saying that your intuition is going to guide you and help you through that situation, circumstance, or event, or a stubborn or aggressive person that may be coming into your energy field, or may be here the driving force and where it is the final straw. You know the saying, the final straw on the camel's back, the final straw on the camel's back that makes you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to make a choice here because I don't need to deal with this situation, circumstance, event, or energy of this either aggression or this uncomfortability that I feel here in this environment or with this person. And I will need to make a choice here in the near future. Interesting that I've been talking about that raven or those ravens, or whether ravens or crows, it could be either way. Okay, ravens or crows could be either one, because you have here the moon, and the moon says changes in your life. And like I said, there are upcoming changes that are happening, and I feel that you have more access now, more knowledge of what could come up for you and how to manage those opportunities. But whatever those changes are, you're going to be in the winning. You're going to be winning. You're going to be moving in the right direction. You're going to be elevating. You're going to be rising up. You're going to be more empowered, more confident, and you're going to be very persistent in whatever this is. And here with legacy, it could also talk about here, again, your guides, your ancestor here, your ancestors here, or your lineage, your family lineage, pushing you along, like cheering for you. Okay. Let's grab this other one here. And then I just have 2 more decks, and then we're going to close your reading. Okay. Oh, you are. And look at this. You wrote, I am an Aries. Well then, honey, let me tell you, there's some beautiful changes that may be coming in your direction during that time. And it's already telling you, Candle, you will be shown the way. What did I say? Your lineage, your ancestor, family, loved ones from the other side, your intuition, your guides, the universe, the hands of fate, whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. It's meant for you. It's going to lead you the way. You're going to know what this means when the time comes. Okay, my love? Let's do this card, and then we're going to finish with this one. And then B, you are up next, okay? All right, let's see. Very, very beautiful reading here. A lot of things unfolding here. Hopefully you're writing these notes down here. And let's see what else is coming through for you. B, don't go anywhere. You're coming up next. Ooh, wow. Surrender to the divine. Allow this to unfold for you. There are some surprises coming your way, my love. Creator is really, 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 they've got your back. Your ancestors have your back. Surrender to the divine timing. Wow, what a way to end that reading. Whew. Things are going to come in time. What is meant for you is not going to pass you by. Okay? It's not going to pass you by. Trust. The odds are going to be in your favor. Whatever this is, the odds are going to be in your favor. All right? Hello, Eli. Thank you so much for your super. But remember, Eli, this is a $15 reading, okay, my love? All right, a $15 reading. So all you need to do is like a $5 more, and then we're good, okay? So just because I'm taking a lot of time and really going deep. What a reading, Gustavo. You have the moon twice. Your intuition is going to guide you. And I've been saying that from the top of your reading with this raven and crows. And I said, it's like, look, and with the candle, you're going to be shown the way. Legacy, persistence, surrender to the divine. There are going to be changes in your life. Wow, this is very, very beautiful. All right, let's get you a final. I mean, listen, listen, surrender to the divine. That's super powerful. Okay. Super powerful. Okay. So, wow. Listen, the creator is saying, don't stress yourself. Be aware, but don't worry. We got your back. Okay. Very, very beautiful. Thank you so much, Eli. All right. Let's see what's coming through for you. Wow. Call of courage. Interesting, because call of courage always gives me the feeling here of the Knight of Wands energy. And you said you were an Aries, you're a fire sign, which makes sense because you got fire with Phoenix rising from the ashes. Ashes are from fire. And then you also had the Ram, and then now you have call for courage. Wow. Let's see what's coming through for you. Last message for you. Call of courage. It says you're being called to answer the call of courage and face the difficult choice you have been avoiding. Interesting. In the near future, and I said this earlier, you may have to choose something here. Understanding consequences or understanding a choice. And it's saying here, in order for you to know, you have to know more information or gain more knowledge or acquire more knowledge here. Very interesting. Listen carefully. While the fear within may leave you feeling unsettled, remember that you possess enough bravery to overcome any obstacles. Once you make your choice, talk about validation confirmation. That's exactly what this card says here. Exactly what I was saying at the top of the reading. Once you make your choice, you will experience immense relief and liberation. What? Listen, mark this reading in your calendar. It's going to be very, very interesting how this may resonate later on in the near future. But Gustavo, what an amazing reading here for you. Gustavo, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support, and for your super. I hope these messages have been insightful, my dear. They've been super, super detailed here for you. Very, very beautiful reading here for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Up next, we have B. And after B, we have Eli. Hello, Eli. Welcome back. B, you're up next. But before I jump into B's reading, I do want to take time here to say thank you to all of you who are coming by and stopping by. Thank you for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Thank you so much for taking part in this super chat live that we're doing here today. Remember, you ask me and I answer. As long as you're using the examples above where I have open-ended questions for you, just so that we could get into more details, okay? You know how I love to unfold and unpack messages. I am not a yes-no reader. Nope, that's not me. If you want yes-no, this is not where you got to go. This is where we come to really unpack the potential energies that may be coming in, what you need to know, and how to navigate what may be coming through for you. Okay, so there we go. Let's take a look here at let me see, because listen, I have a lot of decks here. I mean, I want to say I have about close to 70 decks of tarot, oracle cards. I have it all. But I didn't take everything out, but I took a lot out just in case. I don't know what questions you guys are going to ask me. So I'm basically in the hot seat, so to speak, in a good way, because I don't know what you're going to ask me, right? And so I need to be ready. So I have a lot of cards here for you. So just so you know, when I read your question, I have to then kind of see what my guides want me to pull. You're very welcome, Gustavo. Thank you so much, my love. I hope this is giving you a lot of clarity here. Okay. All right. You know what, Gustavo, listen, before you go, because I just got something, and this may be very much connected to your ancestors. I'm getting here, like, light a candle to your ancestors, or pay some type of homage to your lineage or to your ancestors, especially because they were healers. And it's so funny because I just saw it right now in my third eye chakra. So I wanted to tell you that before I go. Okay. So light a candle, pay some kind of respect, honor, or homage to your loved ones who have crossed over, because they're really rooting for you here. Okay. That being said, okay, let's take a look here at B. I'm sorry, B. That felt like a really long one, but how does G currently feel about me? All right. So let us start with this question. Thank you so much, B. B, I want to thank you again for stopping by. Let's see here what G may be feeling here towards you here. Okay. How does G currently feel about me? All right, we're gonna see. How after B 7609, we have Eli who's coming up next. Okay. All right, wait, there's a specific deck that I am looking for. And let's see, because this is I love readings, but You know, I love other readings, but I always love readings too. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see what's coming through. How does G currently feel about B? How does G? Thank you so much, Eli. Thank you so much for all the love. You're up next, okay, my love? Just hang on. Let's see. How does G currently feel about B? All right, let's see what's coming through. Now, this deck, you just saw me not only cut the deck, but you also saw me reverse it. And that's because this deck has messages on both sides, okay? And so the side that I'm going to be channeling messages for is the side that's going to look at me, not the one that's going to be facing you, okay? So I'll read what is important here, what's coming through. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything else other than this. So I'm going to take this one, transformational. Hold on. Let's see what else is coming through. Give me more. Ooh, something else, entangled. Okay. Let's see what's coming through for you. So how does G currently feel about you? So G has here transformational through learning, shifting perspectives, and evolving beyond limits. So I feel here, and I know you want to know what this person is feeling towards you, but I want to channel not just the feelings for you, but there's other feelings that are coming through. It feels like G is learning something here. Okay. It feels like G is potential. And by the way, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. I always have to say that. Okay. As per YouTube and, all that. But it's coming across as if G is learning something here while being either in a friendship or in a connection or in a partnership with you. Okay? There's this sense where this person, due to the connection, they are learning something. Now, remember, we learn lessons alone. So there's a level of lessons that we need to learn alone, which is why it's very important that when okay, so you've been in no contact. So that's what I'm getting learning. I'm telling you, listen carefully. There are some things that we learn alone, and there's some things that we learn when we are in connections. This person, now you tell me this person, G is in no contact. That's fine. It doesn't change anything here. If anything, it strengthens what has come up here, because this is telling me that although G may not be talking to you, G may not be in connection with you, that G may be in their own, whatever it is that G is doing, G has learned or is learning something about themselves while they were in the connection with you. And there may be here some lessons or transformational shifts that are occurring within themselves based on what was said, or the arguments or the disagreements or the perspectives that were shared during a conversation or during an argument. So there are words that are ringing in G's mind, connected very much to something that you may have said. It's coming across as whatever you may have said or whatever it is that you may have like highlighted about G. It's like now they're like, maybe B was right. Maybe I'm not. Da 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 da. Maybe I should. Da 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 da. Maybe I didn't. Da 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 da. Whatever it is. Okay. So this person, G, needs to figure out what it is that was creating a wedge between you, B, and themselves that they weren't letting go or were very resistant in or about, okay, when they were in a connection with you and when you were in a connection with them. Whoever decided to go their separate ways, however that, that doesn't really matter. Not right now, not in this reading. What matters is when the separation happened, what did G do? And G seems to have reflected on what they should have done better. You see what I'm saying? What they should have not done, what they should have done, what they should have said, what they shouldn't have said. So there's this energy saying there's, in this time that this person is in this no contact, there's certain shifts of their own perspectives that are happening. They're learning, whether they learned it in the connection that they were with you, or whether they're doing those same mistakes in another connection. It's coming right back up again. Whatever they're not clearing and whatever was a big wedge between the both of you that created the breakup, separation, or divorce, or the not talking to each other, or that no contact behavior, this person, if they're not healing it, it's going to happen again with the next person, because it's talking about through learning. Only if this person chooses to learn and do the soul searching, shift your perspective. They must understand that their perspective or their way of thinking about something or seeing something needs to be fine-tuned. And it says, and evolve beyond limits. So if this person isn't doing the work to learn, to see different perspectives, their own perspectives, your perspectives, and how that is important, then this person is not going to be able to evolve. They're going to be stuck in this lesson that they will continually, whether it's a lesson, whether it's a challenge, whether it's a vice, whether it's an old pattern, they're going to keep in this hamster wheel. They're not going to be able to jump off because they're not allowing themselves to learn and to grow. G also has here entangled, and I want to show you this card here because the person here is standing, and the look on this person's face, it's like they're just giving up. They're just either giving up or in a state of rest. Their eyes are closed. Okay? They're just kind of like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of fighting. I'm tired of whatever, fill in the blank, whatever this is. But as they are just standing here, even though this is a person, it's coming across symbolically here, because the way I'm seeing it clairvoyantly, it's a heart, because this person is wearing a red dress. So this red dress, and by the way, by the shape here, as it's going across like that, it's giving that heart type of energy. And I'm seeing heart in my third eye chakra. So their heart can potentially be here. And I said heal. Interesting. Their heart can be potentially very much entangled or tied up to something, someone, or old patterns here, or vices from how they're coping. Maybe it's their coping mechanism. Okay. Entangled here says establish and communicate your own boundaries. And so in order for this person to recalibrate themselves, to do the soul searching that is needed, there's an awareness that needs to happen here. And that awareness, this person needs to see it with their physical eyes, as well as see it with their spiritual eyes. And what I mean by see it in their spiritual eyes is that this person needs to come to the awareness where they want to change, where they see that the pattern that they've been creating and the pattern that's been unfolding in their love life or in whatever many, because let me tell you, it's not just a love life. Always look how people are connected to their parents, to their family, to their siblings. And if there is a lack of connection there, there's going to be a lack of connection. That same lack of connection is going to show up in their love life in some way, shape, or form. It may take a new form, but it's going to show up in some way, shape, or form. And so this person is coming up as their heart being very much tangled or entangled here by their self-limiting beliefs, or like I said, this person's eyes are closed, whatever they are blindly or turning a blind eye to or towards. Okay. So very interesting energy coming through here. Give me more about transformation, and then we're going to hit entangled. And then, of course, we're going to continue with the reading here. For those of you who are watching and you would like to take part, please note that this is a 15 USD reading. You ask, I answer. As long as you're using those open-ended examples, then we're going to dive into a reading for you. All right, give me more about transformational. Look at that. Karmic relationship. What did I say? I said this person has a habit, an old pattern of behavior, a vice of doing something a certain way, and until they don't shift and learn, they're not going to get out of that hamster wheel. Karmic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, loving you. Listen carefully. This person has feelings for you. Look at where this is landing, though. Look at where the feelings for you is landing under karmic relationship. Okay. So I want to talk about that. Number one. Okay. What did I tell you about this person's pattern? Validation, confirmation. Number one, this person has a lot of things that they need to take care of on their end. So you know what? If this person is not connecting with you, guess what? Very good for you, because you don't want someone that is not taking accountability for certain things here. And if ego and pride is in the way, then they need to learn to let that go. Because karmic relationships here says this person is if number one, they're not letting go. They're trying, but it's difficult for them to let go of this situation, circumstance, or event, or this pattern, because they still have a lot of resentment and a lot of inner turmoil, inner conflict, and they still are hanging on or holding on to their triggers, which makes them super defensive. And they're not taking your advice, or they're not heeding to your words when they were together with you. They wanted to do their things their own way, and that's fine. We all have free will, but this person is very resistant on wanting to change something. Okay. And again, validation, confirmation. I said, if this person doesn't take care of this energy and heal it, they're going to keep going in the hamster wheel of having this serial dating. They're going to go from one person to another person to another person to another person, because they are not taking accountability. They're shifting the blame to everyone instead of looking at themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, the change begins with me. So before I start another relationship, let me work on myself, okay? And let me not be a serial dater and not allow myself the lessons that I need to learn. So one or two things are happening here. Either this person is taking the initiative to learn from whatever breakup, separation, divorce, or whatever this may have been with you and them. Do they care about you? Yes. So I'm going to tell you right now, this person has feelings for you. Okay. So the answer here is coming through. Yes, there's feelings here for you. But look at where it is where the feelings are in this muddled energy, where this person must go and learn something to shift their perspective so that they can evolve and elevate and be on par if they want to get back together with you. Date says meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. And this person, you may be in the back of their mind, you may be in their heart, but a lot of what may potentially happen next is them working on themselves. Let's get more information here with Tango. I mean, talk about validation confirmation here. That's exactly what I was picking up before I even shuffled that deck. Let's take a look at Entangled here. It says, establish and communicate your own boundaries. Ooh. So they have Cupid's arrow and abundance. Okay, so those two are the ones that I'm going to take out here. Cupid's arrow, like I said, there are emotions there for you. Okay, so this person does have feelings for you. That's number one. Okay. But there's also here a sense of hesitation, because it seems like you may have told this person, listen, don't come back to me until you do what you need to do for yourself. And if you did do that or say that, that's the best thing that you could have said, because that gives this person a chance to have to take a look at themselves so they could get themselves in a different position. They can learn, they can, figure something out here of what they need to let go and really work on themselves. So if and when in the near future, should they choose to come back, they're coming back and presenting themselves as the best version of themselves, instead of coming back into this hamster wheel of karmic relationship that this person may still be on and on and on and on and on. Okay. So Entangled says, establish and communicate your own boundaries. And, I feel that this person has a lot of feelings for you, but they're very much tangled up with their web of either turning a blind eye or their own challenges that they need to work through. They have here abundance. I feel that this person is trying to keep a positive mindset, especially if you said, or maybe here in, conversations that you may have said, you're like, listen, I really care a lot about you, but you got to care about yourself too, because I'm not going to take blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It may have created a little bit of a rude awakening. Okay, look what just slid out of the deck here. Dragon. Okay, that just whoop, and it fell all by itself. And go back if you missed it. It just slid right there. Wow. Let's take a look at the next deck, and that I'm going to be focusing here on this energy on this side. Oh, wow. I'm going to read to you what it says. Super interesting, because I was talking about that. So again, their feelings for you. Their feelings for you. All right, I'm only going to take the ones that I'm seeing. So I see May, I see June, and I see Wishbone. This middle one here, I'm going to put it here. I'm only going to take the ones that we're doing a little peekaboo. All right, here we go. Let's talk first about this energy, and then I'm going to approach this energy. And again, you want to know how this person feels about you. They have feelings for you. There's something here, but they have a lot of feelings for you. So the feelings part, I'm not even surprised here. Listen, and I'm just telling you as this is coming through. If this person has taken or is taking the time to work on themselves, don't be surprised if this person comes back. Okay? Right? If they do come back, that's another reading that you'll come for, but we'll see what energy looks like there. But this person may have that, thought in the back of their head, but they just got to work on themselves here. Okay? So they're aware of that in order for them to approach you again, that they need to change something. So there's an awareness here. So he does feel that, I know that B is requiring me to be a better version of myself. And in order for me to approach B, I must do, and be able to do that for myself alone individually, so that when I present myself back to B, if I so choose to, right, free will, then it pans out better the second time around. Okay. And sometimes, listen, sometimes breakups happen in that way. Sometimes breakups need to happen in order for both individuals to reassess certain things. Sometimes it takes 6 months. Sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes it takes two. Sometimes, listen, how many people haven't I heard that, get married, get divorced, have time apart, and then remarry the same person that they divorced? It happens, right? So listen to this. They have here dragon. It says, beware of self-delusion. Exactly what I was saying before. Okay. If this person wants to continue to live in his own delusional world, if G wants to continue to live in their own delusional world, they can. And that's why I kept seeing a hamster on the hamster wheel. But if they want to jump off that hamster wheel and really start taking a look at why is it that they are always generating and always calling into their energy field, karmic relationships, well, guess what? They need to work on themselves. Ta-da! Easy thing, but it may not be easy for this person. Okay. And the best thing that you are doing is allowing this no contact situation to continue to unfold so that this person can choose. They have a choice. They could either work on themselves or choose to move in a whole new direction with a whole new person, meet someone new, and come across the same exact problems, the same exact karmic relationship that they keep spinning over and over and over again. Now, let's talk about this other energy over here on this side. And they have here Cupid's arrow and abundance, as well as entangled. Now, they have here May. May is Taurus and Gemini. Okay, so in the month of May, you have those two zodiac signs. It's, part of Taurus season and part of Gemini season. June here is Cancer, and June has, it's Cancer season, and there's another one before that. I want to say, yeah, it's Cancer season and Gemini season. So there you go. It's consecutive. Taurus season, Gemini season, Cancer season. Listen closely. There is a potential here. If this person does their work, it's up to them. Free will. Free will is something that is real, ladies and gentlemen. We all have a choice. You can choose to go back with a person. You could choose never to do that again. If it is your soulmate, you may choose to go back. You may choose to not do it this time around in this lifetime. Listen carefully. There may be a possibility that perhaps 2026, whether you bump into this person, whether this person may send you a message, an email, a text, a phone call, bump into you, send you an email. There may be a shift here coming up. I don't know if it's about getting back together again, because that again is going to be dependent on how much this person has healed themselves. But the potential here is that there may be an opportunity that this person may come back to see, check in, because guess what? They have here broken wishbone. And broken wishbone says wish will not be granted. Now, the wish will not be granted could be coming up in different ways. This could be an opportunity that he had or that G had. And when the opportunity was there, G didn't take it. And although G may have gone in their own direction to work on themselves. Maybe you meet someone in Taurus season, Gemini season, or Cancer season that you don't have to put so much work in because the person is coming to you in a healed version. Okay, so they're coming to you healed. It may not be G. G turns around and notices, oh, shoot, B is not with someone else and decides to come back around. And it may be up to you whether you want to leave something that is better for you because the person is in a different, level, or you give this person a chance. Okay? So again, that could go either way. All right? So that could be, yes, okay, I choose to do this. Or it could be that G is going to be single and you're going to be single. And then there's a decision here that needs to be made. Should this broken situation, circumstance, event, relationship that was shattered and broken by no contact for X amount of time, is that going to be able to be repaired and mended here in order for, love to re-emerge or for manifestation to be felt here or to be seen? Okay. Wow. Lots came up there. Let's see what else is coming through. Okay, I have 2 more decks here, actually 3 more decks for you, and then we're going to end the reading. A lot has come through here for you here, B. Let's see. So those ideas may be in this person's heart, okay, B. This person may still be feeling like that. Like maybe if I do really work on myself, that I can come back later in the near future. Look at that. Lady, new beginnings, mountain. Listen carefully. Lady, that could be you. How does he feel about you? There's feelings for you. What feelings are those? Understanding that there needs to be a new beginning. So child is not so much about child or children. It's about new beginning. Okay? He understands, or G understands, that they need to grow up. They need to get out of the immaturity or the lack of fill in the blank in order to come back as new and improved version. But G understands that that is something of an obstacle. So there's a realization here of, yes, I know I have feelings for you. Yes, I would really like to at some point be a better version for you. But G realizes there are a lot of complications here. Okay, but there are feelings here for you. Okay, this person really likes you. They want to date you. They may have fallen for you, but there's an inner struggle, and that's why this is coming up as entangled. There's an inner struggle here, and that inner struggle, until this person isn't ready to let go of that vice, that inner struggle, that perspective, that self-sabotaging thought, limited belief, or whatever this may be, whatever their addiction, obsession, because I'm getting here this kind of like devil's energy in tarot. Okay, this attachment or old pattern that they have, until they don't really work on that, it's going to be very complicated. And they understand that that's their obstacle here with you. All right, let's see. Wait, hold on. Ooh. Okay, I have this one and then 2 more decks and then we're done. Okay, Eli, don't go away. Don't go anywhere. You're up next in a couple of minutes, okay? Look at that. They have a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. That's what's holding this person back. This is the entangled energy that keeps coming up in regards to G's feelings towards you. There's a feeling here of caution, being uncertain, being apprehensive, getting very caught up into their own delusion, their own way of seeing something. Okay, so there's lots coming through here. Look at this. They have fear. Yeah, look, they really care. Like, G really cares about you. I told you, there's feelings here for you. This person could have been falling in love with you. They could have even been in love with you. So there's a lot of emotions here. Here's the thing. This person's going to have to choose. Do I work on myself to be the best version of myself so that I can try to go back? But you can't do the work for him. You know what I mean? I know this must be difficult because I completely understand this energy where you see someone fighting, or not fighting, but dealing with their addiction or vices or pattern of behavior, their defensiveness, their unhealthy ways. And especially if you are in a phase of your life where you are understanding and you're in that self-awareness and you see, and I'm telling you, it is a blessing when we do the work for ourselves, because when you do the work for yourself, the moment that you see, you're able to see the person's issues right away, you know? And you're able to like really call them out, and that may trigger the other person. You know, they're like, oh, why are you always seeing the bad qualities in me? Why you're not, why are you always, it's not that. It's like, what a soulmate does, or what a person does when you really love someone, is you hold them accountable for the things that they need to be held accountable. And self-transformation is sometimes part of that. It's you pushing, not pushing, forcing, but you letting them know what they need to change and what they feel that you need to change about you, because it's a two-way street. So there's a lot of, you know, love here for you. Like I said, with Cupid's arrow and with loving you, I said that already. There is a lot of feelings for you, but there is something here that this person needs to work through. All right. Where is that other deck? And then we're going to close the reading with an advice for you. But wow, what a powerful reading here. Really getting to and diving to the deep portion here of this. Listen, I had a connection, okay? That was the case. It was like anything I said and what I said and what I saw and what I noticed and what I observed, triggered the other person. And it triggered the other person because there was a part of themselves that felt super defensive. And when I made a mention of things, it was like, oh, you're just nitpicking, or you're just like thinking about the past. I'm like, yeah, but your past is creating a wedge in our present, and it's not allowing our future to grow. And that's what people need to understand, that if you are in a connection where, yeah, it may be that person's past, it may be those things that they dealt with in the past, but those things, if they're not healed, could be creating a wedge at the present moment in time of the connection, and may not be allowing the connection to move forward. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And disguise, look at that mask. Yeah, again, there's feelings here for you. I said it. Listen, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of, listen, I know it says of holiday together, but I feel like enjoy the time apart. Enjoy the fact that through not only this reading, but also through what you may have experienced, that what you said was on point. And whatever it was that you realized, that you analyzed, that you shared, this person got triggered, and allow the fact that they have chosen to have a no contact, because there are a lot of issues here that they need to take a look at. And they may be in denial. They have disguise here, which again, validation confirmation on this dragon that says, beware of delusion. Okay, until this person gets out of their Dululu stage, they're not going to be able to grow, and they cannot allow themselves to be the best version of themselves, not just for you, but for anyone who they deal with. Okay, so at some point, there's going to have to be here a self realization of, I want to change, or I want to stop that addiction, I want to stop that obsession, I want to stop that old pattern, and I want to stop it not for anyone else, but I want to stop it because I know I need to change. All right, last but not least, Eli, you are up next, my dear. Last message here for you, B7609. Let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. Your last message here. And this is advice for you, okay? Here you go. Cunning. Ooh, be careful. This person may come back, try to disguise themselves into a person that's changed, and it may not be the case, so just be careful. It says, listen carefully. You're being called to disguise yourself skillfully, like a fox hiding its true intentions in plain sight. The fox's cunning lies in its soft exterior, while plotting in the shadows. Use careful tactics to keep your actions unnoticed. And how this is coming across for you, B, is saying this. Listen, your kindness, your nice nature, your caring, compassionate, nurturing side, your ability to continue to heal yourself also through the process of that breakup, separation, or divorce. Allow people to think whatever they want. You don't have to be a jaded person. You don't have to be a person who is, negative or, anything of that. As you're healing, continue to grow in your compassion, your nurturing, and all of that. But don't allow people to think that your kindness is a sign of weakness. And so this is saying for you to be very vigilant that as you are healing, elevating, moving, and healing yourself and going through, the process here for yourself, to also remain kind, beautiful, nurturing, compassion, but allow yourself to strengthen healthy boundaries around you so that people do not mistake your kindness as weakness. B, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to my channel. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. I mean, wow, what a message here for you, B. Thank you so much for your super. Up next, we have Eli. Eli is coming up next. But while I place while I place the cards back into their proper place here, I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. It seemed like this is going to be like a little marathon today. Which is fine with me. If you have a question, listen, I'm gonna jump into Eli's reading. And for those of you who are interested in getting a reading, number one, it's a $15 USD, that means US dollars reading. Okay, so if you live somewhere where you got to do that conversion, then make sure you do that conversion, because I will definitely convert it on this side, okay? And it's only because I'm really taking a lot of time and really giving you as much as I can in regards to your own personal question. Again, there is models above, or I should say in the chat, as well as down below in the description, okay? For you to create a version of a question that is open-ended, so it's there for you. So take a look at the description box and take a look at the chat. So there's examples there. But yeah, you ask the question and I answer. And again, as I always want to remind each and every one of you, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And we're going to jump into the reading here for Eli. And after Eli, I don't have anyone else. So if there isn't anyone else who's going to jump on the reading, to do a reading, then I'm going to hop off and I'm going to work on some more content for you guys. But if you are kind of debating, should I or shouldn't I, now is the time where you need to kind of make up your mind if you're going to come and have a reading, or if you want to catch me next time. Okay, I will be doing these super chat lives more often, because I do see that when I do give free readings, some of you are like, I have a question, or just actually place your question in the free live. And I'm like, nope, you got to wait till the super chat. Okay. All right, Eli, I want you to take a look at the examples. What type of love reading are you looking for, my dear? Okay. So I need a little bit of more clarity just so that I can give you more details. All right. So take a look at what you may want to, what specific question about love? Because I want to say that that's what you wrote here. You wrote a love reading, please. Okay, so let me know what specific, what's coming on. I feel like dark night of the soul and want I'm manifesting correctly to either reconcile or find your love. Okay, so what's coming in love? All right, that's a perfect one. That's a really good one because it's open-ended and we'll see what energies may be flowing and moving. Okay, so again, for those of you that are watching and want to take part in this reading, just make sure it's a $15 USD reading. And I want to say thank you to Eli. Eli, thank you so much. Thank you so much, B. Thank you. You're very welcome, B. And again, giving thank you here to Eli for the super, okay? All right, Eli, let's see what's coming through for you, okay? What's coming in regards to your love life? What's coming near future? Near future. What may be potentially, well, how about this? What may be potentially unfolding in the near future in regards to your love life, okay? So what may be potentially coming in here for Eli in their near future? Okay, potentially unfolding here in regards to their love life. So let's see what's coming through. All right, so Eli, this deck here has messages on both sides, okay? So just know that I'll be channeling the messages that are focusing, or I should say that are pointing towards me, okay? That's what, ooh, you see how I was gonna stop? Interesting, because you're getting, Neither one is facing me. Interesting. This has never happened before. Usually they're very kind of focused on how it's going to, okay. That is telling. This is telling me one thing here. Both these messages on both of the sides may be important for you. So I'm going to start with my left. And my guides are telling me here that this right here is past, recent past energy. This may be coming up. We'll see if that's true. But this is my left, this is my right. And literally, I'm like right here. So again, it's both these energies that you need to understand. Let's start with the past or recent past with my left. And then we're going to go to the right. Okay. So the left here says fate's crossroads. In a weave of chance and choices, find the path to lasting legacies. There may have been a situation, circumstance, or event, a breakup, separation, or divorce, whether you chose it or someone else chose it for you, where there may have been parting of the ways, where one person went on their merry old way and you may have gone in your merry old way. Now, it may not have been very merry at the time because there could have been a lot of emotions here. But there could have been here again some choices here that either had to be made, or there was this sense of like feeling conflicted, should I or shouldn't I? And eventually either a situation, circumstance, or event happened. Okay, so something happened where that was the last straw on the camel's back. Okay, and then it may have tilted something in a specific direction of like, I gotta go, or I gotta go in another direction, or this person was like, I gotta go, however this may have been. Okay, so fate's crossroad here says in a wave of chance. So in a wave of chance and choices, so it may have been a tower moment here in the past or recent past that led to a revelation. Okay, finding something out, revealing something, having an epiphany. And then once that tower moment, that shock, that epiphany, that sudden change, that made either you or the person that you were with reevaluate something, and then a choice happened. It was like, well, you know what? Now we got to go our separate ways. Okay. So there was a breakup, separation, or divorce here. Okay. That's already established. And I established that like 5 minutes ago when I was talking about it. But I'm just, again, emphasizing that. It says here, find the path to lasting legacies. In other words, when that shift happened, that breakup, separation, or divorce, it created this break. And that break of separation and breakup created the opportunity here for both parties here to go in their own path and maximize their potential or realize what they need to realize apart, not together. Okay? So whatever decision was made, if there is, and because it's coming across as like someone made a decision and then second guess themselves. Well, like, did I make the right decision? Yeah, you made the right decision. You made the right decision at that moment because that had to happen in that way so that both of you can be in their own path and then fix, mend, heal in their own path and see what life has in store for both of you now that you are individually apart. Okay? So this may have been a blessing in disguise for you. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the other side here on the part that's on the right hand side, which is, upcoming energy, near future. So I got a storyline here. I don't know if the storyline is correct, but that's the storyline that I channeled, that came through. And I feel that this is the before, and then this is going to be the after. Now, we have two people that have broken up, breakup, separation, or divorce. Now, this person is in their own little la la land over here, whatever it is that they're doing, and you're over here doing your own thing. Listen carefully. It says here, finding forever. Your path holds infinite possibilities if you dare. Guess what? Now, this person that you were with, that you are no longer with, and they're no longer with you, has the opportunity to move in a whole different trajectory. Whether that trajectory or path is healing, whether it's soul searching, whether it's wanting to date someone else because, oh, you didn't understand. You know how sometimes people blame other people for their own stuff. That, whatever it is that this person, decides that they want to do with their lives, they have the freedom to do it. But guess what, Eli? So do you. You have the freedom to also start new, heal yourself, get back, get back on the, as I say, get back on the horse, okay? Grab the bull by the horns, okay? Start making moves, heal, mend, fix, build yourself up, connect with your inner power, have your self-confidence. Of course, take the time for yourself. Don't just jump into another. Sometimes people do that. And I never understand why people do that. You spend so much time in a connection, then you break up, and then 2 weeks later you're talking to someone else. Or a month later you're meeting someone else. Listen, if you were in a connection for a year, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general. If you were in a connection for a year, entangled into someone's energy and life for one whole year, you should be spending one whole year. Once you break up, separate, or divorce, you need to be one whole year by yourself, mending, fixing, repairing whatever went on in your connection. Whatever. Listen, I'm still single. My last connection was literally, it's going to be 2 years now, October 2023. I've remained single by choice, not because I can't find anybody to date. That's not the case. But by choice. Why? Because if someone is not matching me, I'm not going to even bother. I might go on 1 or 2 dates, but trust me, on that second date, I'm going to find out for sure if this is someone that is compatible. I'll find some information on that first date. I'm going to find out a whole lot more on that second date. And I'm going to make a choice. And it may be like, you know what? This isn't for me. So this is talking about, hi, Tanya. How are you, my love? Thank you so much for your super. This is giving the same energy here, Eli. It's saying, you are now in a position to completely change your love life, okay? You have the opportunity to start new, to build, to grow, to flourish, to expand, and to find someone who is equally as either healed. Listen, we don't stop healing, but is compatible. Okay. Oh, by the way, Tanya, just letting you know, my love, it's a $15 reading. Okay. So just giving you the heads up on that. All right. And you wrote, it's been 8 months. Wait, hold on. You said it's been 8 months and I'm still healing. Yes. Okay. It's been 2 years and I'm still, I feel like I've healed already. 2 years. I'm good. But sometimes, some things come up and emotions kind of, do their little thing. And you're like, wow, how much I wish, that this could have gone, or, so that's that energy that I'm getting here. Okay. So you have now, so I'm not going to keep looking at this energy here because I want to talk about what your possibilities are here. Oh, thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you. You're going to be up next. Okay, my love? All right. So let's take a look here. What's coming up in love? So what's coming up in love for you, Eli? What's coming up for you in love is you got that storyline in the past or recent past. We're going to let that go because we're going to be focusing on your near future. And your near future says here, finding forever. Your path holds infinite possibilities if you allow yourself to continue to come into perspective of the important things that you needed to know, that you needed to figure out. Okay. And also allow yourself to grow from that experience that you had in your past connection. Okay. Hold on, I'm looking for a specific deck here for you. This one. Let's take a look at near future. All right, so what's coming for Eli here? What's unfolding for Eli here in the near future in regards to Eli's love life? Near future, potential near future here for Eli, potential near future. Okay. Wow, you're getting two cards that it's like the future is in your hands. Wow. The map maker of destiny. I'll say it again. The map maker of destiny. It's as if it's up to you how you want to create or what you want to call into in regards to your love life in the near future. So this could also be talking about the fact that you're still healing also. It's like a blueprint hasn't been kind of created yet because you're still in the kind of like it's coming across like the Two of Wands energy where you're still planning, preparing, figuring something out, mending, fixing, doing the soul searching, getting yourself back together. Okay. It literally took me about a year and change to feel like, okay, listen, you know what? Now I'm good. Okay. So that may be something here. You may still be in the process of still working towards that energy, but you're coming close because the universe is saying here, look, it's saying authentic purpose, inspiration, free will. You are coming closer and closer to your soul's purpose. And I know that this is talking about your love life, but I want to say this is also hinting in something that is super important, and that being in your career as well, or your job, your career, or something having to do here with that. Because there's some, I don't know, listen, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna straight up tell you, I don't know, but I know this. I know that I'm getting this message here to say to you, there may be something that is super important that although you're asking about your love life, it's super important that you are aware of the following. You may be in a position where your life purpose, your soul purpose, your life calling may be at the balance. It's like it's important for you to figure that out first and to stabilize yourself in that first and to secure yourself in that first so that you can then take a look at your love life and say to yourself, I am now in this position in my career, in my work, in my finances, in where you are independently as a full-fledged person on your own. And then in your independent life in the near future, right, wherever you may be, you're reaping the rewards of your effort and your focus. And then say to yourself, now I'm ready to date with intention and with purpose because whoever I end up connecting with needs to know this is my passion, this is my drive, this is my career, this is my work. My work, um, calls me to do X, Y, and Z. My calling, my life purpose, I have to do X, Y, and Z. Let's pretend, and I'm not saying that this is the case for you, Eli, but let's pretend that you end up getting a really good opportunity overseas. Let's just pretend, make believe right now. Okay. And right now you're single. You can make that decision if it really benefits you. If you are in a connection, that may limit you and it may in turn limit your possibility or your earning potential in your career. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't look at love, but I feel here that there's something that's developing in regards to your career or your life purpose that is going to be super important for you to solidify, to ground, and to stabilize, because it's going to be very important that the person that you attract has to understand your passion, your drive, your ambition, your work hours, your whatever it is that you're doing for yourself in that sector, because you're going to want to call a person into your energy field that can understand the dynamics of your profession, of your life purpose, of your career. I'll take myself for example. By the way, Tanya, no worries, you're coming up, okay, hon? Let me just I'm almost, well, not in about 7 more minutes I'll be done, okay? I want to take myself for example. For example, me, yeah, I have a career, okay, which I love and I'm passionate about, completely different than this spiritual life purpose. So I have my 3D career life purpose and I have my spiritual life purpose, right? Whomever I attract into my energy field, number one, needs to be comfortable that they are in a relationship with someone who has six senses, who's a clairvoyant, intuitive, medium, everything, all that. Okay? Which not too many people feel comfortable. So some people are gonna, oh, she's crazy. What's going on with this one? You know? Oh, okay. You know? So I have to really take a look at my lifestyle, both in my career, in my 3D world, and my career in my spiritual world, and attract someone who will embrace both, not just one, not someone who just is attracted to the fact that I am a professor at a very prestigious university, but also embraces the fact that I am an intuitive clairvoyant medium. So this person needs to be comfortable with that energy, right? That's how this is coming through for you, okay? Where it's very important for you to understand what your authentic purpose is, because it's going to be very important for you to then present what you're doing, what you are. Maybe your office hours is going to be crazy. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe your work hours in the near future, something's going to come up and it's going to be like not, or whatever this may be, right? But again, there is this sense of you really understanding that level of authenticity that is going to be required of you. And of course, as what is that saying that goes like, with great something comes responsibility. Oh my gosh. With great power comes great responsibility, right? So if you are really focusing in your authentic purpose and you're really, pushing and doing everything that you need to do in regards to your authentic purpose, your life purpose, then there are going to be some responsibilities that are going to be very much attached to that role, right? To what you are going to solidify, or what you are already building for yourself. And that in the long run is going to be super important, right? So maybe you want to start a business in the near future. So you need to make sure, is this person that you are connecting with and you would like to connect with, are they is equally as ambitious as you? Are they equally centered in their career as you? Are they equally driven? Even if it's not the same thing, are they driven by their own passion in their own sector? And that's how this is coming through. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. All right. So there may be some things that you are still developing in the sense of life purpose. And this is telling you, yes, yes, we know that you're asking about your love life, But there's something here that you still need to kind of fine tune in regards to your authentic purpose, so that you are not attracting a person that's the complete opposite once you know, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like and I'm not saying that you're in acting or anything, but it's like if you're an up and coming um actor, and it's cause and you got to move to different places here. If you are in a connection, it's going to slow that down, because it's going to be difficult to maintain a connection when all your focus and your drive and your power, your intention is focusing on making it right, and whatever that is. And so this is how this is coming across as well. Let's see what else. Okay, untamed, wild, mysterious. Okay, I am mysterious, and you also have here. Oh, okay. So whatever the situation in the past or recent past, especially, and I feel that this has a lot to do with this, the fate's crossroad. There was something here that felt very like you couldn't spot it, you couldn't pinpoint it, but you felt it intuitively. By the way, your intuition was correct. Okay, ravens and crows have a lot to do with your intuition. You made the right choice. Did it hurt? Yes, it did. Okay, so yes, you had a lot of heartache and hurt. It hurt. It was emotionally painful. And this is talking about sadness, solitude, silent withdrawal, the one who aches. Like I said, you're still healing from something here. So your guides are saying, listen, what's coming up in the near future? More healing and more focusing on where it is that you want to pivot to in regards to your life purpose, which may be very much connected to your to your soul's purpose as well. Life purpose, soul purpose, career, job. What is it that you want to build? Who do you want to, what skills do you want to build? What dreams, what goals, what ambitions you have here? Let's see. All right, here you go. All right. What may be coming up in your near future here in regards to love? This time of solitude, and it's so funny because, believe it or not, this card came out for me when I was asking about my love like before, not recently, but it makes me laugh because this came out for you. So I'm laughing because the message that comes through with this protection is, listen, you're single right now. That's fine. We're keeping you single right now at this moment in time because you have healing that you need to do. You need to focus on your career and your life purpose, your authentic purpose in life, your soul purpose, life purpose. Okay. You really need to figure out, really plan what that may be, how that may look like, what steps are you doing. Okay. The word Lord. Okay. The word Lord is about communication. Manifest that life purpose, authentic purpose, soul purpose. Manifest you being healed and you moving along, unchaining yourself from the grief, the sorrow, the breakup, separation, or divorce. And yes, you're single, but it's a form of the divine protecting you from people that may not be the best suited for you right now at this moment in time. So you have protection here. By the way, there's another card here, but it says finding out what's important. Right now, at this moment in time, even though it's been 8 months that you've been healing, this is talking about you needing still maybe a little bit more time to get things fine-tuned here in regards to your heart, to listen to that solfeggio frequency, that heart frequency, align your chakras, do the work, reflect, maybe, create a journal, maybe write down your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions, whatever that may be. If writing is something that works for you, if it's something about manifesting, what do you want to see in your near future, what is it that you want to grow in, all that information is saying you're finding out what's important. So although yes, there's an important element here about your love life, but it feels like there's a lot of things that are still up in the air because there may be something more coming through. Resilience, find your limits. Look at that. Okay. So, protection, finding out what's important, really fine tune what your passion is, what your life purpose is, where you want to move, the type of person you want to attract, and the type of opportunities that you want to attract. That's going to help you set your authentic purpose, your soul purpose, and how you're going to achieve those dreams and goals that you want to achieve. Finding your limits here, okay? Understanding that there's going to be a place and a time where you really are going to need to let go of this residual energy of that hurt. So although you may say, well, I'm doing the work, but there's only up to so much work you can do by yourself. There's going to be another layer of work that you're going to be required to do once you meet someone and you get back into a connection. So don't be surprised when that when that happens, that you may get triggered, because that's when you're going to put into application what you've been healing and working on. Okay, so be persistent in regards to matters of the heart. Be persistent in how you view love. Okay, don't allow a situation, circumstance, or event that may have occurred here in your past or recent past to dampen your focus or your outlook on love or your love life. All right, I'm going to give you two more decks, this one and another one, and then I'm going to give you your advice. So Tanya, you're right up next. Look at that. Exactly what I said. Continue imagining, dreaming, planning, attracting the type of person that is the type of person that's going to understand your authentic purpose, that's going to be supportive, that is going to be loving, that's going to be nurturing, that's going to maybe challenge you, right? Get you out of your comfort zone. All right. Listen, I'm going to say this, and this is going to be quick. But if you ever heard of course, we all do, Benny Blanco and what's her name, Selena Gomez. They just got married. But it's so funny because they had a Jay Shetty interview, and Benny Blanco said, "I manifested Selena." Now, he didn't manifest a person; he manifested the qualities that he was looking for in regards to the connection that he wanted to have, that would be the person he would marry someday. And so I think that, and if you've missed that, you should take a look at that Jay Shetty interview, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, before they got married. And so he talks about it. He's like, I was talking to my therapist and I was like, yeah, I'm going to manifest. And when he met Selena, he didn't think he was going to marry her. He was actually trying to hook her up with some of his friends. So this is saying here that, your manifestations could come through in different ways that you don't even see right now at this moment in time, but could potentially here come through for you in the near future. But what's important is for you to really buckle down and say, well, what type of person? Yes. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say that chemistry isn't important, but at the same time, the superficiality of people isn't that important either, because a person could be a top 10 but may be inside completely lost, completely losing sight of reality, and completely unmotivated. And so why do you want a hot 10 when inside they're all discombobulated? They don't know which way they're coming or going, you see? So this is saying continue to be very focused and very have an intention here of the type of individual that you want to bring into your energy field that will be supportive in your authentic purpose. All right, Tanya, you're coming up. All right, I'm going to give you one more, this one, and then of course we're going to close with your advice. Eli, I hope these messages have been insightful. That did a little peekaboo, so let me do here. Look at that. It just did. Calling your soulmate, past life relationship, friend zoned, playfulness. Listen carefully. This is the near future here in regards to your love life. Number one, continue to manifest the type of individual that you feel. And when I'm talking about individual, I'm talking about their personality. I'm talking about their that inner soul thing. Okay. Yes, of course, we always want someone that we're attracted to. I get it. Chemistry is important. But we're talking about those important values. What are the important values in regards to connection to you? What looks like a healthy relationship? What do you want to see in a forever partner? Continue to manifest that. Maybe even write that down. Full moon energy, use that to your advantage. This person in the near future here, this upcoming energy in regards to your love life, you may connect here with someone that feels like you've met them before, like you've known them before. It may be a brand new person, okay? So I'm just telling you this. It may be a brand new person coming in. But this brand new person may have this energy about them that it's like you feel like you've met them before. You may be friends at first, so don't discard a person just because like, oh, well, we're just friends. Guess what? A lot of people that I know started off as friends and friend zoning each other and not thinking anything would develop. And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, and I'm not saying 5 years for you, but I'm saying years later, they look at that person that was always their friend. And then all of a sudden, freaking Cupid, boop, throws its arrow, shoots his arrow. So there you go. Maybe someone that starts off as a friend or starts off as a companion that may resort eventually to something very romantic, because it says here playfulness. As you spend time with this person and create a friendship, a bond, a trust, really get to know each other in a very casual way, there may be romantic feelings that can grow with time. And playfulness says here, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine through. So through a casual connection here, there may be a potential here of something evolving in your love life. Okay, maybe someone who, like I said, is going to be very important for you to make sure that you call in someone that understands your authentic purpose. Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through for you. All right, Tanya, you are up next. And let's see what's coming through. Eli, your advice says self-care. And I'm not surprised it says that, because I was talking about you taking care of yourself, healing, and sure enough, that's what you have here, self-care. You have self-care. Self-love is the foundation of an abundant life. Treat yourself with kindness and respect, and others will see your worth and treat you the same way. There you go. Abundance begins with the recognition of your own value. Okay? I mean, what a beautiful message here for you. All right, Eli, that has been your message for today. Eli, thank you again for your super. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel here, Eli. I hope these messages have helped you and have given you some type of clarity. All right. Up next, we have Tanya. Tanya, welcome. Thank you for your patience. And for those, while I place these messages, or I should say these cards back into the deck, I do want to say to those of you who are watching, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. Or if you're here watching me live, take a look at the take a look at the chat. All that information is there for you, okay? That being said, for those of you who would like to take part in this, of course, you don't have to subscribe to the channel. I've left it open for anyone who wants to join here. Of course, there is a $15 USD fee attached to the message, okay? Because, I am really taking a lot of time and dedicating a lot of time to making sure that I'm channeling messages here for you. However, if you want a free version of what I normally do on my channel, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, all notification alerts, and there is a version of free mini readings that I do on my channel. And as long as you are subscribed to the channel and you've turned on your notification bell and all alerts, then guess what? You're going to be able to join those free messages, because those free messages I do for 5 minutes, and I only do it for my new or current subscribers. Okay? For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Tanya, you are up next, so make sure you are here, my love. Tanya, Tanya, Tanya. And we are going to close with Tanya here. So for those of you who weren't able to take part in this reading this time around, no worries. I will continue to do some more super chats, okay? So Tanya, come on down. All right. Thank you so much for your patience, Tanya. So like I was saying, for those of you who are my current subscribers, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Don't forget, we have the October readings, coming out all the way until October 1st. So pay attention, and that's tomorrow. So 3 of them are coming out today. 3 of them are coming out tomorrow. The 3 that are coming out later this evening are the air signs. The 3 that are coming out tomorrow are the water signs. So pay attention to those readings. And by the way, don't forget to take a look at what you don't see coming. I already finished those readings, and those are in the bonus messages. Okay, so in the bonus messages playlist. That's what I meant to say. Bonus messages playlist. What you don't see coming. All right. Yeah, that's I'm also doing the couple readings, which by the way, I won't be able to hop on today because I've really given a lot of time to the free readings earlier this morning, as well as the afternoon readings focusing on the super chat. But tomorrow I will be back, and I will be channeling messages for the couples collective. And then I think I already added the singles collective. The singles collective, your reading is actually a pick a card reading, and it's coming out October 4th. Pay attention to those posts on the community tab. Okay. All right. Welcome back, Tanya. Thank you so much for your super. All right. And let me right here close session. All right, closed session here. Tanya, you are our last and final person that I'm reading today. All right, my dear, let's see. What was your question? Okay, let's take a look. What would my spirit guides like me to know right now? Okay, no worries. We're going to get right and dive into that reading, giving you as much detail as possible. And again, I want to thank all of you who have come forth and have taken time out of your day, as well as your generosity here to take part in this super chat. All right, let's take a look here at what your guides want you to know. Okay, what was it? What was the question? What your spirit guides would like for you to know right now. Okay, perfect. What they want you to know right now at this moment in time. All right, Tanya, thank you so much again, and welcome back. Let's see what's coming through for you. We're gonna unpack and give you as much details as possible. What your guides want you to know right now at this moment in time. Interesting. This came up all by itself. That just popped out. It says the energy is gaining momentum. Is this the only one? Yeah, it's one. The energy is gaining momentum. This is a very, very positive card in this deck. Just want you to know. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum is focusing on waxing moon. Okay. Waxing moon. Now, This energy is gaining momentum. It's coming across as you needing to realize that you need to continue to add more practical steps, or continue the effort that you are placing in something, because there's an energy here talking about like you're moving in the right direction. Okay, the energy is gaining momentum. There may be something that you're doing right now that you, in your mind, you're like, I don't know if this is working, I don't know if this is helping, but I'm doing it. And your guides are telling you, keep doing it, because even though you don't see the momentum, maybe with your eyes, you're not seeing the improvement, the progress, or the momentum. Your guides are saying here, there may be energetic momentum that may be happening here behind the scenes, things that you're not seeing with your eyes, but is very much being felt, okay, or experienced here in subtle ways. All right, or maybe unfolding for you here in the near future. So the energy is gaining momentum. It's about taking more practical steps so that you can reach that full potential. Now, this full potential could be connected to any area of your life. It could be connected to your love life. It could be connected to your work. It could be connected to your life purpose, your soul purpose. It could be connected to finances. It could be connected to, your domestic scene, your family life. Whatever this may be here, Tanya, this is talking about taking more practical steps so that you can continue to create that momentum. Small step by step, scaffolding and layering one thing over the other is going to get and, push something along. Now, what I'm seeing here clairvoyantly is a really big round boulder. And it's just sitting here, and that's a symbolism. And it's just like, fixed on the ground, right? And I see someone pushing it. And at the beginning, that ball, because it's big, it's round, it's heavy, at the beginning, it's going to be tough, right? It's tough making that energy, producing the energy of momentum, because something hasn't started. It's just sitting there. And at the beginning, while this person is pushing this big round concrete boulder, the way I'm seeing it, that's how it's being shown to me. It's taking a lot of effort. It's taking a lot of work. It feels like it's really not moving. It's rolling, but super slowly. But the more consistency, the more that there's this pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing something along, the more that boulder is going to gain momentum. And the more push, the more movement. The more movement, the more momentum. The more momentum, the more energy. So your guides are saying here, there may be something here that either you just started or you're thinking about starting. Okay, so you started something and you're just adding more fuel to the fire. Continue to add more fuel to that momentum, to that drive, to that movement, because it hasn't gotten to its full 100%. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. So it's going to require you to still place effort, place consistency, place the discipline, place the focus, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're doing the self-care and all of that, and that you're still, slowly here pushing that boulder. Because at one point, there's going to be a tipping point where all that persistent and all that energy that you're putting on something that you're wanting to manifest, or that you're continuing, that you're building, or that you're moving, is going to start it's going to pick up the speed. Okay, it just may need some time. Let's take a look here at what else your guides want you to know right now at this moment in time. Give me more information here about the energy is gaining momentum. Look at that. The one who radiates knowing, ambition, and confidence. Yang energy. Remember I was talking about that pushing of the boulder? That's called yang energy. Being proactive, putting in the action. And guess what? You have that here. You are radiating, okay? Your guys want you to know this. This taking more practical steps in something is very much rooted to your belief or your faith or your ambition or your inner drive, and whatever this may be, that either needs to gain momentum or is currently gaining momentum. Okay? This is saying, listen, something is evolving, something is moving, something is growing. It may feel a little uncomfortable right now. And the reason why I'm saying it may feel a little bit uncomfortable right now is because if you look at this card, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 mountains overlapping one another. Mountains are symbols of obstacles. So to you, you may be either feeling like a fish out of the water, or you may feel like, man, I have all these obstacles. Maybe it's mental, maybe it's emotional, maybe it's just you feel like a fish out of the water. And maybe that is how you're seeing this momentum, something that it needs time to flourish. It's not there yet. It's moving along, it's progressing. But don't worry so much about the obstacles, because if you keep looking at the obstacles, it's going to not allow you to see your own confidence. So there's something about these obstacles. And again, if you take a look at this, it's not strong. They're very light. It's a light, I don't know if you could see, it's like light illusions or light silhouette of obstacle. And it's interesting because I just said illusion. So whatever this may be, it's like you may have an illusion, like I'm not good at something. I feel like a fish out of the water. I want this to hurry up and show itself as like the finishing product. But your guides are saying here, you need time to allow a natural unfolding that's taking place. What they want you to remember here is while this is taking shape, while you are putting more practical steps, putting in the work, pushing, being persistent, dedicated, effort, patience, doing your stuff, you need to do it with a sense of confidence. You need to move this energy that's gaining momentum with you knowing that you have the confidence that you can achieve anything, because maybe these mountains here are not real. They may be illusion. They may be your self-sabotaging thought or limited beliefs. Okay? So whatever this is may be even your own way of seeing it. Maybe this is something that is actually really gaining a very positive momentum, and you're like, I don't think this is working out. And your guides are saying, yeah, it's working out. What seems to be the issue is that you need to find your confidence. You need to know that you are intelligent, that you are resourceful, that you have the tools, that you have the skills, that you have the tenacity, the patience, and the self-confidence to push yourself towards your ambition, towards whatever this energy that's gaining momentum. You need to not just say it, but you need to believe it. And it's only you, not your guides, not anyone else. It's going to be you. You need to stand up and show that level of confidence in whatever this energy that's gaining momentum, because you are the one who's going to radiate I'm intelligent. Only you can radiate self-confidence. Only you can radiate the energy that when you walk into a room, people know that you know your stuff, that there's no second guessing. Even if it means that you go home and you get on your search engine, that you buy books to learn more about something, or tap into tools, tap into resources, see people do or flourish in whatever this may be in regards to your profession, to your love life, to your home life, to whatever this may be. Even if you're doing that behind the scenes, you need to present yourself with a sense of confidence. Okay? Because this person here radiates that. They don't have to say that. If you look at this person, you look at this young lady here, she's not saying anything. But if you look at her, you know that she knows that she has power. She knows that she is standing in her ground and standing in her power. So that's the energy here that your guides want you to take a look at when you are, focusing on whatever this may be here for you. Okay, whatever this is may take time, to build, may take time for you to adjust, to set your sails right, to feel acclimated, to feel comfortable in something or with someone. I don't know what this may be about, but whatever this is saying you have what it takes. You just got to believe that you do. Ooh, something flipped over. What flipped over here for you? Desert Prince. Look at that. Exactly what I just said. Validation, confirmation. Look at what you have here. The Desert Prince. Survival. Survival. You have the ability to thrive in whatever difficult position or difficult situation you may be in. Desert. What do we have in the desert? What's the challenge of being in the desert? Not having enough water, right? However, this desert prince is a survivor. This desert prince is you. You are a survivor. You can thrive. And wherever there isn't water, right? Wherever there's a desert and there isn't water, you, because of your skills, your resources, your resourcefulness, I should say, your ability to commit to making a promise and sticking by it, okay? Your work ethic is going to allow you the opportunity to find water somehow, some way. So this desert prince is really showing the desert prince ability to connect with this root core type of belief, confidence, knowing, ambition. Okay, it doesn't matter if there's a dry spell. It doesn't matter if this huge big round boulder is standing there. As long as I push it little by little and believe that I can make this energy spiral into something that benefits me, and that I move something, because energy is getting momentum, you're going to gain the momentum. You have the opportunity here and the ability to thrive in any condition. But in order for you to thrive in any condition, you have to believe that you have the knowledge, the ambition, and the confidence here, right? You got to believe in yourself. Okay. Let's see. Again, there may be, let me see something here before I continue. Let me see, so for what's going on here. So Tanya, this probably is related to my promotion. Ah, okay. There you go. I've been in this role for a month. Okay, and I'm still just listen, it's been only a month. It's been only a month. I mean, wow, talk about first of all, talk about validation confirmation, because these three cards are basically saying what you have here. I mean, it's like validation confirmation, and what's coming, what you are validating and confirming here. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Like I said, it's something that you, wow. Yep. Yep. There you go. You got to believe in yourself. I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing because the progress has been slow. But that's the reason why this came out for you. The energy is gaining momentum. The progress is happening. It's just not happening in leaps and bounds. It's happening slowly. And again, wow, talk about validation confirmation. You are the desert prince. You're the desert princess. Yes, the conditions may be rough, like the desert. Yes, the situation may not be easy. But if you were promoted, it's because you have the knowledge, the confidence, and the ambition to move yourself forward. Someone, whoever promoted you, sees that energy that you have in you, sees your potential, knows that you can thrive in that position. So now, what this is saying, you need to believe that you can, because whatever you perceive, your mind believes. So if you feel like, oh my God, I'm not good, then that's the energy that's going to keep coming up. I'm not good. I'm not good. But if you say to yourself, you know what, I just started in this position a month ago. You know what, if I don't know something, then I'm going to read about it, find out about it. I'm going to find a solution here. What gap in my knowledge am I missing here that I need to study up on and I need to strengthen so I don't feel like that fish out of water, like I was telling you at the top of the reading here. What do I need to do so I don't feel so like I don't know what I'm doing? Oh, I need to learn this. I need to learn that. I need to read about this. I need to investigate about that. I need to maybe ask for a suggestion here. I need to, that is what this is talking about. And this is saying you have the ability to do it. So the second guessing is coming from yourself because, again, you may be, this promotion may have pushed you out of your comfort zone, and it's going to require you to really believe in yourself. It's going to require you here to, maybe study something, read up on something, and get better. Right? It's like a baby. A baby doesn't is not born running, walking, eating, and going to the bathroom by themselves. It's a process. It may take time, but eventually it happens. It flourishes like the blossoming here of the flower. Okay, something's gonna blossom for you. You're doing well. You just gotta believe in yourself, my dear. Okay, let's see. Ooh, look at this. I was just going to cut in. This popped out, so let's take it. Buy the book. It's very important for you to take a look at where, okay, so what, and this is not for you to tell me, this is rhetorical. This is for you to figure out on your own. But what are the procedures? What are the policies? What's the philosophy of whatever it is that you're working? What's the mission statement of the company? What is it that what's your role? How can you be better at whatever it is that you're doing? There may be a manual, there may be a book, there may be a knowledge, there may be some type of information that you should be reading up on. When you finish your workday, go home, read up on it, figure it out, understand it, digest it, read about it, find tools and resources to help you navigate. Because as you start practicing and doing on a daily basis, eventually you're going to get it. And if you look here, these three elephants are in a succession here. Okay, they're in order: big, medium, small. They're all focusing on the past or recent past. So this is telling me here, your guides are saying you have the knowledge already. There's something that you're really skillful and proficient at. Don't doubt yourself from the knowledge and skill that you already have. Build on it. Build on that foundation so that you can continue to grow in this new arena. Your guides may be sending you here numbers here, like 11, 11, 11. And what's interesting is you have 19. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. But in numerology, we take out that 0 because we only look at single digits, and you have the number 1, okay, here. So there's something about self-care, placing yourself at the top of the mountain, making sure that you are self-confident, that you are, and by the way, I'm getting here something about Ganesha, Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is about, as a deity, but it focuses a lot about taking obstacles, removing obstacles. Okay, you got to remove the obstacles that you may be thinking too much about. And the reason why I'm saying that is because wherever your mind goes, energy flows. So if you keep thinking and saying to yourself, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at this, you're already setting out that illusion that I was talking about, the illusion of the mountains. You're setting that as an obstacle. You have the skills. You would not have been promoted into a position if you did not have the skill. If you were not qualified, I guarantee you would not have been picked. They would have picked somebody else. So your guides are saying you have qualifications and untapped potential. If you got to read up on something and use tools, use it, but you're going to get better at it. Give yourself time. Let me get 2 more decks here for you, and then I'm going to pull an advice here for you. Very, very interesting reading here for you. Very positive. I mean, listen, your guides are rooting for you here. Look at that. Octopus, lack of boundaries, intuitive energy. Octopus. Okay. Listen carefully. Okay. This role or promotion may have you feeling like you are like this, like the octopus. You have eight tentacles. You're like, oh my God, you don't know if you're coming or you're going. You may have to be doing a lot of multitasking. Okay. There may be a lot of, steps, roles, responsibilities, whatever that may be. This is saying you're going to need to organize and prioritize. Everything seems important right now because it is a new job, new promotion, new role. But in all the things that you think are important, certain things need to come first. And those important, I have to do this right now, needs to be taken care of first. And then, like I said, everything's important, but you got to prioritize, because if not, you're going to be like this octopus. Organization is going to be key. Okay, that's important. Prioritizing the steps, that's going to be important. What can I do today? What can I do later? Okay, really strategizing how you're going to manage either the multiple responsibilities or the multiple things that you need to be working on. This could also be talking about work and family balance, okay, work and personal time balance as well. Set yourself into a rhythm. Okay, during the weekends, if you don't work on the weekend, yes, I know you're going to want to I just need to exhale. And that's going to be important. Self-care. Okay. Super important. But this is also talking about taking that downtime, getting a planner, whether it's digital, whether it's, on your phone, on your laptop, whatever, or whether it's you literally having a planner and really planning out how things are going to function, what is going to be at the top of your list, because time management may be super useful here. Organization is going to be super useful. Okay. What other deck I had here for you? What else do your guides want to share? This is going to be the last deck in this one, and then I'm going to pull out an advice here for you for this one, okay? All right, let's see. There you go. Wait, let me see. It says, makes sense. I've been done. True, I need to visualize my goals. Visualize my goals. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I feel like someone is like, their energy is all over the place, you know? So again, whether it's a planner, whether it's in your office or whatever it is that you do, that you have like a dry erase, things I need to do for today. I don't know, however, but it is about that. If you're not into the writing, maybe you want, oh, you know what I heard? They have so many apps now that could help you with this. You could take a look. They have some free apps. And listen, even if you do have to pay a little bit of something, wouldn't you rather maximize your potential by just paying a little bit at towards an app that's going to help you structure, create this kind of management that you need so that you could succeed in your, new role? I think it's well worth it, you know? So yeah, there you go. This is why it's saying that. And by the way, this came out twice for you because it came up here by the book. Like I said, organization, reading, tools, resources, learning about something, following up. Okay. Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, removing the obstacles. What are the obstacles? Well, then after that came the octopus. The obstacle could be time management. The obstacle could be too much multitasking and not enough organization and order, or not being able to visualize, or not being able to prioritize what should come first, what should come second, what should come third. Yes, everything is important. All the responsibilities are important, but you have to manage them accordingly. Okay. All right, let's see here. This is the last deck for this, and then I'm going to give you an advice. So there you go. Woo, Curious Hedgehog. That you just saw, that came out by itself. So validation, confirmation. Your guides are saying here, Curious Hedgehog, curiosity, energy. Look at that. Productivity. Your guides are saying, let's maximize your productivity because you have the potential to thrive in this position. Let's see what it says. It says, pay attention to the things and people around you and discover new opportunities. So discover new ways of doing it. You may be kind of stuck in a specific manner of doing things. Maybe you feel, oh, it takes more work to get organized, or it takes more work to prepare myself for it. Only feels like too much work at the beginning, but the more that you do it, the easier that planning is going to get, the easier that organization is going to get, the easier that visualizing of priorities and what to do next and what is first and what should be second and what should be third is going to come up for you. Okay, so very, very beautiful reading. Let's take a look at your last and final card here. What advice is coming through for you? What advice is coming through for you? How can Tanya maximize her potential in this in this new promotion or job? Look what just popped up. Listen, these messages are just flowing out. They're just popping out of the deck over here for you. You have here, step back. You are being called to keep your distance so that you can see the factors clouding your judgment. Ta-da! It says, when you step outside the situation, when you get out of your own way, when you step out of your self-doubt, when you get out of this, oh my God, this is too difficult. Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel good. Oh my God, I don't feel like I'm, when you get out of your self-doubt and you step into your confidence and you step into believing that you do have the ability to thrive in your new position, that the energy that you are putting, the effort is going to gain momentum. You just got to, again, use the tools and resources to add to your already, to the qualifications you have already, in the potential that you have already. That's all this is saying again. It says, when you step out of the situation, you can uncover the truths hidden behind the surface. So this is telling you, your guides are saying, dig deep. Dig deep, because you have the potential here to thrive in whatever this may be about, in your new position, in a situation, circumstance, or event. It's going to depend upon how much you believe and you know that you are confident and that you are knowledgeable, that you are qualified, that you are ambitious, and that you are confident. And then you're going to be able to radiate that energy. And again, the more you do something, the more you're going to feel, like you've got it under control. A lot having to do with management, time management, visualizing, and prioritizing. Tanya, I hope these messages have been insightful. I do want to wish you the very best of luck. You had a great reading here, and thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I hope these messages have been insightful. Thank you so much, Tanya, for participating in the super chat today. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have stepped forward and gotten a reading for today. I want to thank you for your generosity, your loyalty, and your support. And don't forget to take a look at those October messages in the monthly readings. Take a look at those couple readings in the couples playlist. Take a look at bonus messages, and those are going to be in the bonus messages playlist, and that's going to be focusing on what you need to know or what you don't see coming in the next 3 months. I also have some pick-up cards that are coming out starting on Saturday, so pay attention to that. There's lots coming in for content, so don't forget that when you do watch it, and if it resonates, drop a rose in the comment section. Other than that, thank you so much, intuitive friends, for your love, your loyalty, and your support, and your generosity. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.